Alright boys, we're on. Welcome back to a Total Warhammer multiplayer stream. It's been ages since I last streamed this game. After all, we did have a patch 4.1 a little while ago, and things are getting a bit more lively in the multiplayer scene. So here I am. I'm also like busy with some real life stuff, so I wasn't quite able to play that much over the past few weeks, but fret not, I have time today. So and just so happens that Lucina decided to host a themed tournament where everyone decided to bring meme builds instead of actually proper competitive ones. So yeah, we're seeing some of these builds here where the players have posted their builds for the tournament, and then they'll be using this one build to play multiple rounds in a Swiss style tournament. So yeah, is basically what's happening for now. Let me know if there are any audio issues and whatnot, since it's been so long since I last streamed. I don't know if there's any setting issues, but yeah. So yeah, everyone's gonna bring meme builds, and nobody's gonna be trying too hard here, except myself, because I've realized I might be one of the only balanced builds in this entire game. Anyways, hello Hank. It's nice to see you back here. Yeah, we've got, let's have a look at what the hell we'll be facing. We might be facing in this, tournament. Heavy metal, I'm not sure by who. Actually, they don't really have names, on the build, so, I can't really tell who's using what. Either ways, we have, this heavy metal build with 4 dual weapon chosens. Yeah, and then with 2 Knights of the Brazen Throne. This is some very heavy metal, and then there's Red Ogre. And then we have the Jurassic World build where we have a Red Crested Skink Chief plus a lot of dinos. 5 Clever Girls, all Golden Chevron. Everything's Golden Chevron in here. With a Blessed Consul, the Regiment of Renown, Consul Regiment of Renown, forgot what that thing is called again. Let me just turn on the game and just check the name of the dino. What's the name of the thing again? Troglodon. Yep, Troglodon, that's what it is. Yeah, 2 Pterodon Riders, and then we have the Warriors of Chaos with Rainbow Army, Rainbow Knights, Rainbow Demons regular version. They're not even they're not the exalted version, I don't think. Yeah. And then also the Sword of Chaos, Archaon leading the army. The men tied with a shit ton of state troops. I don't think I need to talk about it too much. And then Cult of Sotek with ooh, interesting, with 2 Sotek Ark of Soteks. The Cohort of Sotek, 2 Red Crested Skink, and a ton more of Skinks, and Red Projectile Riders. Plus, we have Ten Hen Huin. Now, I did have a bit more of a try-hard build here in comparison. Yes, Hank Cyrus, you are indeed quite right. Oh, Hank Cyrus, you didn't have funds for Exalted Demons. Indeed, those knights are quite expensive. But yeah, I did have a bit of a try-hard build. In comparison, with 4 Knights of the Realm, 3 Knights Errant. I'm just trying to spam Mortal Knights and then just regular Mortal units. As you can see here, except other than King Luan himself, nothing here is blessed with anything. None of them are the ladies champion. So yeah. Also I don't have Lore of Healing. Instead, I've brought Lore of Heavens because I am trying out this one meme build. Yeah. As for the next build, based on it's a long name. Based on the 1987 Steven Spielberg film Empire of the Sun, Reichland brings you the Empire of the Sunmaker. Indeed, just one Sunmaker, and well, 2 Captain Boris himself. Is he not on a Griffin? Not sure actually. Yeah, Pistoliers, State Troops, and 2 Flagellants. Deathmaster's Cadre. I don't actually know how to pronounce that word, but yeah. Anyways, Ashen Sorcerer, I think with the Ninja Star only, and then Assassin, Snickage himself and a ton more of stalking units, 3 Death Runners, 3 Ashen Triads, both of which have a Regiment of Renown, and then 3 Gutter Runners, I believe. I'm about to blow up because I'm horny. Is this the one certain big Hellebrand supporter, I wonder? Let me just check. Okay, the big Hellebrand supporter isn't here today. Are we starting now though? That's the real question. Anyways, we can check. Wait. The game has started? Oh boy. Okay, we are playing against General Eisenbart first. I don't actually know what their what armies did they take. So let me just mentions General Eisenbart, and we have a lot of spiders. Okay, so let us just go back to the poll tourney and check out our opponent's builds. Where is the Spidey? Ah, arachnophobia. That's a lot of spiders here. Oh shit, I might actually have a decent chance to win. I might have my build might have been a bit too try hard. Okay. Okay, whatever. Let's see what happens. I do feel there are. What am I seeing? Welcome to Stalia, gentlemen. Welcome to the jungle. And then a very. This whole bit is it's just the ice emoji with the name on it. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, that's a lot of ice guards and some polar bears. Okay, this might be Polska Grom. This is not a bad build, to be fair. There's a lot of Jurassic Park here. There's another Jurassic Park with the Saurus Oak blood. Shit, I feel like I might possibly be able to. I don't know. Maybe I can't fight off the man tide. Anyways, let's just go up and fight General Eisenbart first. I'll be turning off this thing, and yeah, let's see if I can find General Eisenbart to play against. Wait, I thought General Eisenbart isn't supposed. Okay, General Eisenbart seems to be a bit busy right now. Give me a second. Okay, so General Eisenbart seems to be occupied by real life stuff right now, so we will go back to staring at builds. Okay, stop looking. I need to stop looking at this part of the Discord. Yep, back here we are. Let's just go through the rest of the builds. I'm about to blow up because I'm horny. That's a very horny build, not gonna lie. Wait, there's squakes in there? I never knew that you can bring squigs into the Dark Elf roster. Now I know. 2 fixed Medusas, and then we have a bunch of Sisters of Slaughter, and 2 Witch Elves. And then Death Hag. I'm not sure who actually is playing this. But yeah. So what next? Jurassic Park this time. 3 Basilodon, Stegodon, all of them feral, by the way. Carnosaur and a Dreadsaurian. All of them are feral dinosaurs and feral cold ones with nothing to ride them on top. It's literally just a primeval glory army led by a Saurus Old Blood, because you have to have someone leading the army instead of just dinos. Now Polska Grom, I'm not sure how that is actually pronounced. We have basically a ton of regular Kislevites fighting. It will be even more thematic if there is a boyar leading the army instead. Anyways, we have 5 Streltsies, 4 armored Hussars, 4 winged Hussars, and 3 more dervishes. And then Pirates Life. Well, just a ton of pirates plus 3 more Mongols. 8 Sartosa Free Company with pistols and 7 Sartosa Company Free Company with dual weapons. And then we have Aranessa leading the army with a bit of Lore of Deep support. Well, we've looked at the ice army. Everything has a bit of ice frostbite damage, I believe. Even the Regiment of Renown, Armored Hussar. Welcome to Astalia, gentlemen. We need... I can't actually play the music because I'll get copyright strike, but you can play it if I ever get to fight against it. Nature's Fury. Shit, what's her name again? It's been so long since I used her. I forgot. Drycha. Yep, Drycha and her colored tree people. Let me see. Extended roster. You need Wargrove of Woe. Can you act? Wait, I can't find it. Where do you even get that? Oh, right. You get a Treekin, and then you switch to the Wargrove of Woe. Although I don't see. Oh, has 2 more melee attack. Okay, makes sense. Oh, and Frenzy. Yeah, the regular Alpha Laurel one doesn't have Frenzy. Yeah. Anyways, it's fine. We allow extended roster in this game. And then, okay, so Nature's Fury, Bears. Are these Great Hulks and Wolves and Spiderlings? Then we have the true king of the 8 peaks. Oh boy. Belagar and his ancestral, ethereal ancestors are all out here. It's basically the King and the Warlords DLC, other than the Hammers, because they don't really have some high level. I mean, they can probably replace it with Bugmans, but whatever, it's fine. Arachnophobia, basically full spider army that we're supposed to fight. By General Eisenbart, but it seems that he is quite busy right now, and Platypus has sent me a replay. Okay, cool. Anyways, back to looking through the army list, because we're not quite done yet. We still have a few armies. The Kraken Lord. Of course, we have Kraken with some... How do I say it? Anyways, the Kraken with some regenerative monsters over here. The Kraken himself regenerates as well in melee with the Kraken's helm. And then 2 Hydra plus I forgot the name, but Regiment of Renowned Scourge Runner Chariots, 2 Death Hacks, and 5 Witch Elves. As for the last minute addition, Elf Waifu Rush. I love this. I mean, they need a excuse me, a spell singer or something, but well, it's fine. It is fine. 5 War Dancers, regular variant, 3 War Dancers with Asphalt Spears, and 3 more Blade Singers. I do like the elf waifus. They do have a very intricate, like, very thematic design, so I like them. But yeah. Next up, Nakai and the boys. Basically just a bunch of Croxagores, Red Crested Skinks, 2 Bastillodon, Croak himself, and cohort of Hortle. Nakai himself, right, and 2 Blast Kroxigors, and that's it for all the army builds, actually. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. It seems that General Eisenbart cannot play the first game. It's fine because we got Platypus sending in a replay. It's perfect timing, honestly. Now let me just download this so we can jump into some action now. Like, I'm gonna be showcasing some replays afterwards anyway, so might as well do that instead of going to some random ranked battles. Anyways, we got that done already. We've got all the builds done, so it seems Lizardmen versus Lizardmen. Jurassic Park versus Jurassic Park versus Nakai and the boys. Alright. Excuse me, I might have a couple coughs during the middle of the stream because I've been having a cold like a couple weeks ago, and there's just a lingering cough. Anyways, we've seen the army builds of both sides before already, so excuse me. So we don't really have to go into the details of it. Now we just wait for the game to load, and then we shall let the battles begin. Blast Kroxigors, basically a ton of Kroxigors in the front line, ready to beat down the feral cold ones. Armor piercing versus armor piercing, while the red crested skinks have a bunch of more armor piercing from the back. But let's see what happens here. Pterodon riders will be shooting. There is nothing that Groot can. Groot is the Groot, I believe, is the red side. Platypus sent me the replay after all, so yeah. Groot is the red side. I don't believe Groot has anything to counter these flying forces. As you can see here, the red crested skinks have been taking substantial casualties, while the Pale Death has been shooting at the Nakai Wanderer, and having that mobility advantage on Platypus' side, he can comfortably kite away. As the Blast Kroxigors only have 46 speed, while the feral cold ones, being one of the slower units, actually the slowest unit is the he named Did he name the red crested skink chief? Chris Pratt. Oh boy, this is beautiful. Anyways, Chris Pratt is the slowest unit on the roster of Platypus. He has been just kiting and shooting, and the Court of Portal and Nakai the Wanderer himself has been taking quite some damage so far. Now over here, Red Crested Skink is catching some of the feral cold ones as they are a bit slacking in terms of the micro, and Kroxigors are now piling in for that counter charge, trying to beat down the feral cold ones. But the Galbloom's Terror, the Feral Connoisseur Regiment of Renown version, is just mulching down this feral Bastillodon, and the charge bonus from all these clever girls seems to be doing quite fine. The thing is that they're not really good at the prolonged melee grind, and with more and more Kroxigors piling in, these feral cold ones will eventually get beaten down, and the support units will get slowly eliminated, but that's fine, I suppose. Pterodon riders are still shooting, but their ammo is indeed running low. They don't have the most ammo, actually. 11 shots left. I'm not sure it's 11 shots or 11 volleys. It feels like 10 shots left, but anyways, they're still shooting, but there's not much ammo left on them. They're gonna quickly run out. Anyways, the grind is on the way. There are not a lot of units for Lord Croak to blast away, because the explosives are does not do friendly fire damage, but the best thing they can do is the Krokenheimer's explosions can do are against the feral cold ones, but even then, it just doesn't do that much. 40% of armor piercing, 25% for the weak one, 50% for the strongest one, and yeah. And the feral cold ones still have quite a bit of armor at 90. Anyways, the feral cold ones, as we expected, they are not quite good at prolonged melee grind, and okay, looks like the Red Crested and the Kroxigors are slowly but surely gaining an upper hand here. An explosion is going down, but what does it really do? I don't know, because, well, yeah, it's not really blowing up anything. Actually, it blew up some of these Pterodon riders. Anyways, they dropped down, they got surrounded, and they're gonna get killed fast. Feral ones are also dying soon. Not a lot of stuff to help them out right now. The two Carnosaurs are trying their best to fight, but things are looking quite rough as they're getting surrounded by armor-piercing units. Feral Carnosaurs also not being the best monster around here. Chris Pratt is fighting valiantly, but even with the Primeval Roar, he is not gonna carry this game by himself. There are so many requested around. Did they they did use the rock drop, so no more rock drops to eliminate enemy infantry. More explosions coming in, and the Pterodon riders are gonna feel the pain if they keep staying in there. And indeed, they felt the pain, and boom, a few more Pterodon riders got hurt quite bad with that explosion. And I think we can just fast forward as we are approaching the end of this game. GG to Sir Groot and GG to Platypus. Yep, a very funny game of Lizard versus Lizard. Chris Pratt tried hard, but the clever girls unfortunately cannot win him this game. They are no match against Croxagores, especially Sacred runs right here. The Sacred Boxagores in a prolonged grind. Also, plus Croxagores, they do have a bit of perfect vigor, boosting their performance in the late game, keeping them fresh. And yeah, all this armor piercing is not great for the clever girls who rely so much on the armor for survivability. Okay, let's see if we got any more replays. Yep, we are getting all the more replays coming in. Let's see, replays. This time we got a battle from Koala Duck. Oh boy! No! Khorne is gonna die! Oh no! I mean, it depends on whether the Knights of Brazen Throne can just plow through the armored Corsairs, but with all these cavalry winged lances and dervishes there to just hold the line, this feels like a very tall order. But we shall see. And yeah, we shall see. Well, actually, I do have another tab open that I can look at the game. Cool. And let me just turn this one off. Okay, cool. We're back to the game here. I don't know what the Khorne army can do here. Koala, what's Koala fighting against? Sorry, give me a quick second. Let me just check. Koala versus Zigos. Okay. 4 Chosens of Khorne with dual weapons plus Knights of the Brazen Throne, Rat Ogre, Demon. No, this is Demon Prince of Khorne, not Rat Ogre. Oh boy, no healing. Kozolite Dervishes, and yeah. This is gonna be rough. With all the Strout Seas firepower, the Chosen of Khorne are gonna get shot up. We'll be doing a bit of fast forward here, as we've already went through the army. Now we're just looking at a line of armored Corsairs and Strout Seas, whereas the Chosens of Khorne are running into their death, charging into their death. As you can see, as soon as they get into firing range, well, they are in the middle of the fire range, if anything. They're trying to get into melee, but a lot of them are just getting eliminated. Oh boy! On the far side, Winged Lances actually engaging Knights of the Brazen Throne. One of them is already almost wrecked, but the other one are holding back the Knights of Brazen Throne with the Armored Corsairs taking substantial charge impact damage. The great thing about... okay, anyways, let's just... before we talk about Knights of the Brazen Throne, let's just admire these brave Chosens of Khorne getting harassed by enemy cavalry and now subjected to a grind of death. While the Demon Prince of Khorne is surrounded, shot. This feels like pain. It just hurts to watch, man. This Demon Prince is not gonna survive. But yeah, Knights of the Brazen Throne plowed through one of the Winged Lances, but perhaps with their special ability, the Murderous Charge, they can just plow through all these Streltsies and carry the games on their back, we do not know. But this over here, these Knights of the Brazen Throne seems to be holding the line just fine. Beating back the Winged Lances and some of these Armored Corsairs, while these Knights of the Brazen Throne try to charge the Streltsies. Basically buried half a unit, but now they still have half another more unit to deal with. And then also there's another Streltsies in front of them, just shooting at them point blank. These Knights of the Brazen Throne really needs to start moving on to the next unit here. The Demon Prince unfortunately is dead, so there's no more flying support. They need to send the Knights of the Brazen Throne to really work down the Streltsies and all this armor-piercing firepower. If they manage to work them down, then perhaps they have a chance here. If they can't, then they're fucked. So yeah, Knights of the Brazen Throne keeps charging while the Streltsies trying their best to shoot whatever they can. The Ice Switch of Tempest also dropping in the Hailstorm as much as possible to really work down the remaining armored units of the Khorne army, but everything is so heavily covered in metal, and the Hailstorm doesn't really have... Oh wait, it actually does quite a bit of armor piercing damage. But anyways, so yeah, there's still quite a bit of Khorne forces left, and in the pure melee grind, they are actually winning outright. The thing is that they have been stuck in melee, just kind of sitting there for a little too long. These Knights of Brazen Thrones need to be keeping up with their charge. It needs to keep like cycle in and out to maximize that charge impact damage from the murderous charge. Right now they're not doing it, and they're just sitting there taking that melee grind damage. At least the Chosens of Khorne are still grinding in this fight, I suppose. But yeah, just letting the Knights of Brazen Throne sitting there is a big mistake. Some of them has even been routed. This is not good for Khorne. They might have had a chance for a bit there when the Knights of Brazen Thrones are still healthy, but right now they're so battered. I don't think they even have enough HP to grind through everything. One charge, their charge impact is insane if they can get on top of some infantry. As you can see here, once they charge in, they just murder anything standing. But the thing is that they have been sitting there for too long, and like Streltsies also does armor piercing damage, and eventually just grind down these elite cavalry of Khorne. Also, the Demon Prince of Khorne is just unfortunate, a super oversized practice target. So yeah, just absorbed a bunch of bullets and died right there. Chosen of Khorne tried their best, but too much armor-piercing firepower, and the Streltsies actually earned their worth in this game. Pretty good stuff. And yeah, I do say that Seagull's build is pretty decently competitive. Not the most meta, but it's decently competitive. So yeah, not bad. And I would say it even has a chance to... I would say it even has a solid chance to beat my build, which is also quite balanced and competitive on itself. Let me see if I actually have any games to play right now, and if any of my opponents are ready. Excuse me for a sec, I need to check. Okay, we still have Krell Metal and Gothic Starbreaker, which is known. Some of you might know him as Saber's Ragnar, but I mean, he's Gothic Starbreaker now. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting for those two to finish up, and then we can move on to the next round. It's gonna be a Swiss style tournament. Everyone plays 4 rounds and see who ends up as the winner in the end. So yeah, my opponent was a bit busy. General Eisenberg was a bit busy with real life. Just needs to buy a round in the first round. So yeah, I decided to just give them a tie, since I didn't actually play, and it feels fairer this way. While we wait, we can go through another replay. This time, Nature Fury versus Wood Elves. Why are we seeing so many mirror matches? Lucina, I feel like the RNG is bugged in this game, in this challenge page. So for the Wood Elves versus Wood Elf, Iron Zero versus Hot Rust Warrior. Iron Zero going for the Drycha Nature's Fury build. Bears, Eagle, Hulks, a bunch of angry branch, wait, where are the branch raves? There are no branch raves. Anyways, angry Dryads, angry Treemen, angry... No, these are not quite a bit less angry, but fiery treekin. And then we have a bunch of bears as well, spiderlings. I thought there was gonna be wolves, but I don't actually see wolves in here. Whatever. Anyways, feral bears. Dryads fighting, charging it straight in, and yeah, I think the Dryads would be doing pretty rough against war dancers here, and then especially blade singers are also in the mix. They're on the side actually, going straight after the giant spiders. Yep. The tree army might be a bit screwed, but overall the war dancers are actually trading pretty badly because the bears are in and they're slamming into the war dancers. The war dancers have their Shadow's Coil on, so they have additional melee defense, but the thing is they don't have that bonus versus infantry to do that damage back. So even against giant wolves and bears, they're not actually doing that much damage. They're holding the line, but not exactly holding that well. War dancers with Asbury spears, though, they are slaughtering whatever in front of them. They're trading against feral bears and malevolent dryads. So, yeah, things are actually not going too great for the war dancers, for the waifus right now. A bit of explosion. I saw an awakening of the woods there, blowing up some war dancers perhaps. But the Glade Lord, Glade Captains are all holding for now. All these elven waifus are trying their best to fight back, and the Blade Singers will have to carry the game here. Unfortunately, they might actually have to turn off their Shadow's Coil. I mean, against the Branch Raves, they don't have to, because their anti-infantry bonus will still works, but against the bears, they will have to turn it off for sure. War dancers moving in with Shadow's Coil turned on. But now they're fighting Treekin, so that's not gonna quite work here. And their physical resistance doesn't work against the magical attacks of all of these tree units, especially the very, very angry treemen, malevolent treemen. Now over here, war dancers with Asbury spears are not enjoying their trade against malevolent dryads. They're getting a lot of damage, receiving quite a bit of damage from their opponents, even turning on. They turn on storm of blades, reducing their melee defense for additional melee attack, just trying to cut through their opponents quicker. But at this point, without that magic support, while the Drycha's Nature's Fury army does have the magic support from Drycha herself, with Enfielding, Foe Withering, and Malkov's Mystifying Miasma, that kind of, the lack of magic really comes into play right now. War Dancers are still fighting, but against bears who have 40 melee defense, that's actually pretty solid as a melee stats. They are not doing that much damage. They're holding, but they need to do that damage in return really fast. The two Glade Captains, one of them has been routed, and actually no, she came back, and but yeah, Malkov's Mystifying Miasma draining the health away from the War Dancers. Things are not looking too great for the Elven waifus, and but the Blade Singers are still holding for now. The Angry Treemen, where is the Angry Treemen? Still fighting. The great thing is, at least the Glade Captains do have a bit of anti-large armor piercing in melee combat, so they are cutting up the Treemen for a bit. But the Treeman is also taking huge chunks away from the Elven waifu, the Spear waifu over here. Oh man, I mean, as much as I like the Glade Captain, one of my very first meme builds where I went for like full melee with the Wood Elves, the Glade Captain does not have the HP to challenge the Treeman, and yeah, they're getting beaten back even with the Potion of Strength. Nope, they haven't used the Potion of Strength. Definitely missed opportunity right there. Glade Lords decided to stand back and start shooting and poke down the malevolent Treemen, but even the Glade Captain too, like using their magical ammo, but this might be too little, too late. Their infantry support is dwindling, and the angry trees are might indeed emerge victorious. Probably needed more Azrai spears, but alas. Oh no, there's the whole forgotten unit of Blade Singers all the way on the other side. They're now finally trying to march back, but this might just be too late. The Glade Captains are still fighting. This one's already wavering though, and excuse me. And the other Blade Singers are not gonna hold for too long. Yeah, we're gonna fast forward, and it seems that the waifus are not gonna win this one as much as it pains me. The waifus The waifus are gonna get eaten up by the bears. Oh shit, that sounds like a hentai title. Anyways, we'll just go into full fast forward here. The last of the Blade Singers rushes in and got slapped by trees. Another title for a hentai, but yeah, GG to both players. AN0 with the Nature's Fury army managed to beat down the waifus of the elves, and yeah, turning on the. So now we know you're into the Vordo Jinshi. No. I don't touch Vor, to say the least. But yeah, waifus meet their match in hardwood. Oh, for fuck's sake! We don't need more hentai titles in the chat. But yeah, GG to both sides here. The Bears actually performed surprisingly decent in this game. Yeah, probably shouldn't have turned on the defense stance though. Shouldn't have to turn on Shadow's Coil. They really screwed with the War Dancer's damage output against the large units. Oh well, it is what it is, and let's move on to the next round. Perhaps we might be able to see some action. Oh, Crown Metal and Scorchrick Starbreaker are still going at it, so we might have to wait a bit. Give me a second, I need to check the chat. Okay, 20-minute battle timer for the next round. Anyways, it seems that finally Crown-Metal and Scorchrick Starbreaker are done with their match. And our opponent is gonna be Pigmen. I have no idea what Pigmen's build is, but we shall see. Okay, Pigman the best is the it's the horny explode one. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's not the horny explode one. Wait, no, that is the horny explode one. Medusa is the other type of elven waifus, the goth waifus. We have the tree waifu. We have the nature tree hugging waifus. And now we are going to fight the goth ones. The murderous goth ones. Okay, Pigman is there. Let's just set up a battle now. Okay, what is the map? Outdoor Outskirts. We got that, and set a time limit of 20 minutes. Not that we really care. Do we have unit caps? No, we don't set up unit caps because we need some extended. We need some extended roster units. Basically, this is actually a build idea of mine here. I've been testing it for a while. Knight of the Realm and Knight Errant, spamming Bretonnian infantry and mobility, no high quality Grail cavalry, and instead just King Luon supporting with a bit of a Curse of Midnight Wind and sort of Khorne, trying to eliminate enemy armored defenses, but not that my opponent has any armor, So there's that. And yeah, let's just wait for our opponent to show up. Oh, Pigman, hey. Hello. All right, yeah, you did comment quite a bit in stream. Actually, yeah. Guessing I will try double Medusa in real battles too. We can actually try. We will actually showcase some of that double Medusa action later, but for now, we'll just play some games first. Some games should be amazing. Some of these armies are amazing, honestly, yeah. Unfortunately, my army isn't exactly... Oh, wait, shit. Yeah, whatever. In my build, I actually spend the rest of the 55 gold onto, like, a poison archer instead, but whatever. Yeah, I do feel that my army is a little bit too competitive in here. Oh, boy. Alright, out of Elves. Quest battles. Yeah, I feel bad now. I feel like my army does indeed is probably the most competitive one. But hey, we're fighting in the bushes. We're fighting in a lot of bushes actually. We're fighting goth waifus and heavy shrubbery guys. Oh, actually, nope. We're gonna spread it out. All right, let's go. Cavalry spam. All right, we are done. We are done. We have a try-hard army right here. Alright, let's go. Pigman, I don't know if you're ready or not, but I'm ready when you are as well. Alrighty, let's go. Actually, I've never seen how good the Medusas are in the current meta, so let's see what kind of eye lasers they can unleash. Ooh, something's hidden in the tree line. Oh, it's the squigs! Okay, let's just send something to deal with the squigs first. Oh, and we move in for the flanking. Oh, explosions, I guess. Oh, start shooting. Stop marching, start shooting. I don't... Oh, no! Alright, you guys just slam in there. I don't care anymore. Oh, everything just dies so fast. Anyways, I can send something like that. What hurt them? I don't get it. Oh, well, whatever. Alright, we do that. Oh, explosive squigs! Literally blowing up because they're too horny. Oh boy. Oh well, whatever. We'll just be trolling this today. Alright, we need to lower enemy melee stats as much as possible and just send everything into fight. Okay, the squig didn't actually do that much damage. We're going in with everything we've got. Go! 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 Oh, and their rampage. Okay. You do that. I'll throw in some wind blasts and kill everything in the vicinity. And King Luan is still holding, which is perfect for me.
We fight for Bretonia.
I feel like I need to change my army a bit. This is too sweaty for the tournament. All right, here comes. Oh boy, I need to turn this on. The Soul Stealer is killing everything. Oh boy. The lore of Soul Stealer is too strong. Alright, just keep shooting, guys. You keep healing. Alright, let's just send everything in. I don't really care anymore. And let's just get in range and then we can turn on the melee defense buff. Let's go. Oh, and it comes in again. Plus a bit of a armor reduction with the Curse of Midnight Winds. Okay, you guys just go die over there. Everything is hit by. Okay, Blood Wreck Medusa is still fighting, but yeah, this is a bit too this is a bit too sweaty for the tournament. Nope, I'm changing army. I'm changing army. Still using Bretonia though. Okay, I'm using an all-peasant army, including Rapunz herself, because Rapunz is a peasant. There we go. Now, knights errant themselves are also peasants. They're not actually knights, just knights errant. So we do that. Shit, I don't have enough. Okay, I'm not using other heroes because these are all actual knighted knighted things. How do I get more? You can't call yourself a peasant army without a good old peasant mob, so... There we go. There we go. Peasant! Honestly, I'll just give this game to my opponent. Like my game was a little bit too. My build was a bit too serious for this build. Alright, this is a full army of peasants, nothing in here is a knight. And yeah, I've given my opponent the win because yeah, my army is way too try hard for the tournament. It doesn't belong here. So now that we have some time before the next game, let's just check out some replays. Now, let's see. Give me a second. I just need to pick up some games and then throw them into the replay file, and then we can check out the replays. Oh, Rainbow Knights versus the Khorne. Oh no, I can't actually fight this army. There are too many knights. Heavy armor. I don't have any armor piercing in my army. Whatever. I'll deal with it when I have to deal with it. Some of these armies are absolutely amazing, but yeah. Give me a second there. Let me just quickly check the chat and respond to some stuff. Okay. So, army-wise, 4 different regular demons of the 4 gods, and then 4 rainbow knights, plus Sword of Chaos and Archaon himself, coming with Spirit Leech and Searing Doom. In the skies, we have Morathi here, while the Sisters of Slaughters and Witch Elves are marching forward. And yeah. Let's see. Spirit Leech is already unleashed upon some Sisters of Slaughter. Not sure if that's the greatest target because the Sirens of Red Ruin and the other Medusa are starting to shoot, doing some pretty good damage to the demons, although the pink horrors are shooting back. Now, chipping away the health of some sisters as well themselves. Witch Elves are marching in, excuse me, trying to get in as soon as possible and start cutting down the Bloodletters. They should have the upper hand here in this trade with their anti-infantry bonus and their Madness of Cain to reduce enemy melee defense. But the thing is a heavy metal charge slams in and the Witch Elves just died. Oh boy. That hurts a lot. These are Chaos Knights of Nurgle, so they're not even the Khorne one. The Khorne ones are here, cutting down Sisters of Slaughter. Well, over here, Sword of Chaos is a bit stuck but in a bunch of Witch Elves and the Sisters of Slaughter. They got Rampage even, and the Bloodwreck Medusa with their anti-large attack was able to cut through some of them with the help of Marathi, herself also having the anti-large. Now the Chaos Knights of Khorne are in, trying to cut down their opponents, but decided that, you know what, before we get Rampage, we should just get the hell out of here and just kind of back off. But a bit of slip in micro, they're just standing by for it now. Though the Witch Elves and Sisters of Slaughters have been pulled over to try to tie down the Chaos Knights of Khorne. Now Archaon is in, coming down with some Searing Doom to blast away their opponent's units, chipping away the health of, oh boy, the Sisters of Slaughter taking a beating on that one. Now a Soul Stealer is on. Is this Soul Stealer? This should be a Soul Stealer, but what is it hitting? Okay, Archaon, maybe some of these Chaos Knights, but anyways, Bloodletters are still surviving and they're coming in, flooding in with their anti-infantry attacks. Should be able to do some good damage with that charge, but the Witch Elves will fight back themselves. Now the Chaos Army are getting that mobility advantage here, running down everything that got routed on the Dark Elf side, while the Dark Elves are trying their best to fight back, surrounding Archaon. They're giving Archaon a heavy beat down. 2 Bloodwreck Medusas and the Death Hag, and Marathi herself is just annihilating Archaon in melee combat. They try to chase though, but Chaos Knights are coming in. Can they screen out Marathi and keep her away from Archaon, from their Leash Lord? We shall see, but it seems that they kind of give up at this point, and the Sword of Chaos especially are just kind of backing off. But yeah, once more they resume the chase, but at this point Archaon is way too far away, out of reach for them, and will be finished off by Marathi. That puts a bit of a dent in the balance of power for the Chaos, and the horny Gothic Elves, the horny Elven Goth Elves, are now fighting a single entity blob grind. No doubt there will be more Soul Stealer coming in to drain away blobs of enemy troops. Unfortunately for them though, the Chaos Knights of Khorne didn't actually got caught in that spell. Everything else got caught though, and are now getting drained into demonic instability, crumbling away from reality and going back into the warp. Now the Chaos Knights of Khorne are indeed a very powerful force of melee cavalry, so they are fighting on for now. We'll be going into fast forward a bit. Balance of power is in favor of the Goth Elves, and the Goth Elf waifus will be emerging victorious here, I do believe, because everything is routed. All that's left is just some Slanesh Knights still fighting, but at this point they can't really pull back this game with the 2 Bloodwreck Medusa and Marathi herself having the anti-large melee attack, also armor piercing, doing some pretty good job against the Chaos Knights. And yeah, that should be it. Archie lost me the game and carry ones. I do think that was quite unfortunate having Archie being tied down by the Bloodwreck Medusas and Marathi. Like, the Bloodwreck Medusas are literally the only thing with enough mass to keep Archaon in the fight, and of course there are probably some Witch Elves rampaging him. I didn't quite catch it. But I do think that using the Spirit Leech on Sisters of Slaughter instead of the Bloodwreck Medusas might have been a mistake, because the Bloodwreck Medusa do have their anti-large armor-piercing spears to kill off Archaon, who was mounted back there. So yeah, GG to the players, and let's see if it's our turn to play again in the next round. Let me just open it back up. Yep, we have the next round, and we're fighting against Heart Rust Warriors. Ooh, oh no, I'm gonna get wrecked by waifus. What am I gonna do? Fine. Fine. While we wait for Heart Rust Warrior, we might be able to showcase another game. Ian Zero Nature's Fury versus Skaven. Alright, let's check out this one. Now, in this battle, the Skavens are sneaking into Lauren, trying to occupy the forest and use it for their sneaky schemes. But Drycha, being the environmental activist she is, decided that, you know what, I need to take matters in my own hands, bring up her forces of trees and, animals, the bears, wolves, hulks, eagles, spiders, and a lot of trees. Now we'll be taking on this very stealthy force of Skavens. Everything in here has stealth, I do believe. Now we'll be going into fast forward here. Now, do notice that there is everything on the Skaven's army has stealth. So the Wood Elf army Drycha's army literally can't see anything. They literally have no idea where the opponents are. And yeah. They're just trying to like push up carefully. But then here comes the Ixious Triads and the Ashen Triads moving in, with the Gutter Runners shooting their missiles and trying to chip away the health of the closest target. Now the Ashen Triads are revealed and are moving in for the kill. The Dryads though do have enough speed to quickly exchange position with the mobility units, and they should be able to trade very cost efficiently against the Ixious Triads there. Now the Ashen Triads, because they're chasing after the the giant spiders, they are not braced, and the giant spiders went in for a counter charge, quickly doing some pretty good charge impact damage, followed by a malevolent Dryan charge. Yep, they are doing some solid work so far. Now, what's happening here? Something's dying. Oh no, the Ixious Triads. It's the summon one, so it's fine. They just took some heavy damage, including a Malkov's Mystifying Miasma, but that's the summon version, so they can't really do any damage, just provide additional bodies to, well, get killed. Now at the back here, Drycha is getting targeted by Deathmaster Snickage and an assassin coming in. The Deathmaster Sigil is pinning down Drycha, allowing the two characters to just start working on this angry, well, Tree Lord. Now, the Death Runners are on the side here, fighting something they don't really want to fight. They're better off fighting Dryads because of their anti-infantry bonus. Their reliance on physical resistance do put them in a heavy disadvantage against the magical attacks of Dryads, so I don't know if that's the worst case scenario for them. Either ways, the worst case scenario is definitely for Drycha right now, as she is obliterated by the two Skaven assassin, and the angry tree man is still fighting, beating back everything from the Skaven side. All that anti-lodge of the Ashen Triads are quickly falling to a pile of angry trees and fiery trees and bears. Just a lot of attack coming in. Now, Deathmaster Snickage has been slowed down by the Malkov's Mystifying Miasma, while the Dryads are moving in to counter him. The Dryads do have magic attacks to counteract Deathmaster Snickage's own physical resistance, so yeah, it's a very good trade for the Dryads. They can efficiently beat down the two assassin characters. Although Deathmaster Snickage do have his Beyblade ability, capable of cutting through blobs of enemy troops, although it only has so much duration and area of effect, so not exactly killing anything around it other than the wraiths of the frozen heart. And yeah, I do believe that might be the end of the Skavens, as their lords are now beaten down by the treemen, by the treelings. On the side there, Drycha is now hit by the Ashen Sorcerer. But oh boy, look at the punt! Oh, the Ashen Sorcerer just got punted by the bears. Oh, bears, defenders of nature. Drycha is routed, but he is still safe from enemy snipe. As Snickage is down, the assassin is now pinned down by the Firebark Elders, and the Ashen Sorcerer is pushed away by the Feral Bears. Can't even actually use the Warp Star to finish off Drycha. Now all three Death Runners are still fighting all the way back there, but yeah, they can't really carry this game with the angry tree man coming in, slapping them down with the big giant rod of wood. But yeah, GG. The Ashen Triads might have been a good pick here, but I don't think I don't think Mr. Chalk should have thrown them in first, because throwing them in first allows the Thrill Bears and all that to countercharge and just run them over with the charge bonus. The Ashen Triads might be a pretty decent anti-large infantry, but they are quite fragile if they get charged, even with charge bonus and whatnot. So yeah, GG. Now let's go and find our opponent. Okay. It seems that the brackets, excuse me, the cup is coming back as I start speaking more. But anyways, this shouldn't be a big issue for now. Let's just go into another game. Okay, this is Chalk versus ICG. I'm not sure who ICG is, but either ways, let's just go right in and check out what their battles are. It's gonna be Mr. Chalk's Stealthy Army versus Cult of Sotek. Hey, your boy Tan Huin. Alright, let's just jump in. Now the Lizardmen is the Cult of Sotek, so it is an all skink army plus a few dinos. 5 regular skinks, 2 red crested, 2 chameleon skinks. The Cult of Sotek, 2 Bastillodon with Arc of Sotex, 2 Reproductile Riders, one of them the Colossadon Hunters in case you need to deal with some large targets, and Tan Huin. Now the question is he on the Engine of the Gods? And yes, he is! Space Laser! Let's go! Although disappointingly, excuse me, they're not going for a frontal engagement. Instead, well, the sneaky Skavens are at the back of the corner of the map. And we'll have to do a bit of fast forward again, as now they need to, they need to wait for the Skaven units to catch up. They're trying to move up and explore the battlefield, trying to see where their opponents are, but their opponents are already behind them. Yeah, sneaky, very sneaky. Not that it's gonna earn them a lot of advantage here, because there are no back lines and bush. It's just more of a, there's something back there, now we have to switch formations. Let's see if that actually works, as the Cult of Sotek army is just waiting for the opponent to show up. Now the skink cohorts are moving back to screen away enemy units. Ashen Triads and Snickage is trying to go beeline after Tan Huin, but they're now getting hit by a bit of a Flock of Doom. All these gutter runners are chipping away the health of some skinks infantry, while the extra Triads are surrounded by Tan Huin. Oh, Space Laser's coming down. Where is it gonna drop? Oh boy, obliterate! Let's go! Annihilating the Skavens! Doing exactly what they're designed for. Shooting down Skavens from space. Let's go. All these Death Runners are on the run indeed. On the run for their death, if anything. Being chased down by the Red Crested Skinks. Oh, I know. The Red Crested Skinks have been shattered because of so many anti-infantry attacks. But Skink cohorts trying to chase after the Death Runners are not actually bringing them back. Are not actually chasing them completely off, and only one of them has been eliminated. And now, we missed quite a bit of action over here, as the Ashen Triads have managed to break through enemy front line. And now with the help of Deathmaster Snickage and the Assassin, actually assassinating the Tan Huin and his Engine of the Gods. So here comes some skink cohorts trying to screen away enemy characters, but more big hits coming in from Snickage. After all, Snickage does have some really good armor-piercing strength. And over here, Ashen Sorcerer is actually surrounded by the Reproductile Riders. The Ashen Triads are not doing too hot as well, being overwhelmed by enemy Reproductiles. But Tan Huin really desperately needs some saving right here. still being surrounded by enemy and armor-piercing units. Now more skinks are coming in to screen off enemy troops. And with the Bastillodon Arc of Sotek around, capable of dropping in some vortexes, maybe perhaps. Yep, they actually successfully beat back the Asian Triads. Now it's just the two assassins fighting Ten and Huan. Ten Huan got hit by an assassin's trophy, reducing their melee stats, but right now the two assassin characters of the Skaven side doesn't quite have the performance to hit Ten and Huan for now. Yeah. They're just getting punted away by the giant Stegodon, if anything. And another... Oh, Deathmaster Sigil pinning down Ten Huan, but the assassin seems to be having some trouble moving through the Skaven, moving through the skink infantry. Finally, another hit on Ten and Huan. But there are no... For some reason, the Weeping Blade isn't quite working on Ten and Huan. Interesting. Anything got hit by the... Okay, oh, here we go. The Bastillodon got hit by a Weeping Blade, but what actually needs to be hit by that is Ten Huan. And then followed by the assassin hit. That is not primarily armor piercing. Now that would be maximizing the damage there. Anyways, a little bit of Ninja Star, chipping away the health of Ten Huan, as the Gutter Runners are back and now shooting at the Court of Sotek. While the two Projectile Riders are still in the skies. Oh, a little bit of laser coming in, but the Gutter Runners are moving, so most of that damage would not actually matter. A few unfortunate Skaven got excuse me, got destroyed, so yeah, there's that. But then again, Ten Huan is now annihilated by the Ninja Stars. And one of the Bastillodon Arc of Sotek is also routed. The other will be... Was that a Ninja Star trying to shoot the Bastillodon and ended up in friendly fire? Yes, it was. And now one of the other Bastillodon Arc of Sotek is also on the verge of routing. Perhaps Snikich and his assassin might be able to clutch this one out, getting back quite a bit of value overall in this game. Now the two Projectile Riders are diving down for that attack, but I don't think that's actually working too well here. They're now overwhelmed by enemy support. There are too many Gutter Runners. Do know that they are pretty decent in melee combat, especially with the strength and numbers adding that additional melee defense for them. They can actually trade well into the Projectile Riders as long as they're not getting charged. Even if they're getting charged, they just have that numbers advantage, so it's not too bad for them either ways. And yeah, with the rest of the Gutter Runners surrounding enemy units, the Projectiles have been routed. All that's left is pretty much just the Bastillodon Arc of Sotek. And the Gutter Runners are now pursuing the Chameleon Skinks. Actually managed to catch up and cut them down. Chameleon Skinks, 20 attack, 22 melee defense versus 34 attack, 35 melee defense. Yep, they are definitely losing this one. Let alone there are more Ixchus Triads who are still there to eliminate the monsters. We'll do a bit of fast forward here as the Skink trying desperately to finish off the assassin, but that's not gonna quite work here. As the assassin was still quite healthy, Gutter Runners are coming in to reinforce. Some forgotten Skinks are moving in to support the Bastillodon, but alas, Snikich will finish it off. And there goes the last monster, the last big monstrous unit, and yeah, pretty much just the Skink are still standing around, and the Space Laser did not manage to pull this one off. GG. GG to both players. GG to Mr. Chalk and ICG. The Death Runners didn't do that much here. It's pretty much... Ooh, the Ixchus Triads did pretty well here. But I do think that the late game carry were definitely these guys. Oh boy, the Gutter Runners did a lot of damage. Shot down, finish off Ten Huan, and did some pretty good kiting overall. And yeah, just the strength in numbers, providing that additional melee defense, and they're already pretty decent melee stats, keeps them around in the game, and in the end acted as like a late game infantry support to overwhelm the remaining Lizardmen support. Snikich and the assassin did pretty well. After all, they did snipe out Ten Huan, the majority of their HP, and the Red Crested didn't quite manage to hold up against the sheer volume of anti-infantry Death Runners, and yeah, GG. And We didn't quite manage to play too many games here, but oh well. We do have a lot of spicy action. Another replay from Chalk, but let's just wait a bit. Because we've already seen 2 of his replays in a row. And Segos versus Brutus. I forgot what his army is, but let's just check it out. Ah, right. For the pretty decent Kislevite army and vampire count. We have the vampire count army with 4 crossbows and just a ton of skeletons, 2 grave guards, and 3 black knights with lances and barding. Leading the army, we have Manfred. And yeah, that's just a full stack vampire count army with some firepower. I don't know what the actual theme name is, so I'm gonna check the squad. Manfred von Kostein, the true emperor. Okay, fair. Okay, please don't crash. No, it crashed. Okay, fine. I'm gonna turn it on again, I suppose. Ugh. That's annoying. Alright, give me a second there. Crashed. Game crashed. You guys should enjoy this beautiful black screen, if anything. Come on. Undead Bretonnian. Oh, undead with like a ton of... It is pretty strong, the undead cavalry, if used properly. But right now, I don't feel like undead is in a particularly good spot. Like after all the healing nerfs, so I don't know. Excuse me. Okay, please don't crash again. I don't want to see the glory of the true emperor here. Although I'm a bit mad it's not Vlad. Obviously Vlad is much more suited for as an emperor than freaking Manfred. Alright, here we go. We're back to the screen with happy colors and moving happy colors. I mean, we've already been through... Oh, wait, what? Manfred's on foot. He's not a dragon. Oh, boy. He's coming in with the usual spells, but he's just walking towards their enemy with unholy lowstone support and just a bunch of Sylvanian crossbowmen. And yeah, that's about it. Let's just fast forward a bit as the undead slowly, painfully marches towards their enemies. Manny was just his third in command. Yep, sounds about right. Alright, now the front lines are colliding. Not exactly colliding, but more like the skeletons eating bullets, while the Sylvanian crossbowmen are counter-firing at the Streltsies, trying to shoot them down. Now this does make the trade a bit more favorable for the crossbows, who normally trade better into gunpowder units, but this time the gunpowder units does have a bit of armor to hold back. Oh boy, there are so many troops on the field, it's just a bit laggy for a bit. But yeah, Streltsies getting hit, but they're counter-firing the crossbows on the far flank. Their winged lances caught some, like, managed to charge down some spears. Now the skeleton warriors and the black knights are counter-charging. While over here we have some Streltsies being tied down by skeleton warriors as the Sylvanian crossbowmen shoot them down. Unfortunately, some of these Sylvanian crossbowmen, because of their block formation deployment, got blasted by the hailstorm from the Ice Switch of Tempest. Ice Switch of Tempest. So they're getting routed in combination with the armored Kossar firepower. Black Knights sat there for a little too long, got shot up by the Streltsy fire, and more hailstorm coming in, blasting away some of these grave guards with great weapons. They need to actually push through this gap. They actually really need to push through this gap and start getting on top of these Streltsies and cut them down. Because all these units piling on top of these armored Kossars is just buying time for the Streltsies to shoot. They most certainly do not want that. Good news is that some of these Kosovo dervishes and winged lancers are repelled by a combination of skeleton infantry and cavalry. So perhaps they might be freed up and start dealing with the Streltsies and whatnot once again. Now over here, Manfred is still trying to grind through these armored Kossar, but again, some of these units needs to be peeled off to deal with the missiles at the back line. Now they're just static targets for Streltsies to fire upon. And over on the right flank of the Kislevite army, they're taking a quite commanding position, having beaten back all the skeleton push. And finally, Manfred decided to Spirit Leech the Ice Switch, draining her health away slowly but surely. And balance of power is still quite even though, because, well, after all, Manfred is a necromancer and, well, is a vampire count lord, so he does have Invocation of Nahak to heal up his units and whatnot. And he does have quite a bit of magic regeneration if he wants to. Yep, he brought the Sword of Unholy Power, giving him additional power recharge and reserves as long as he's in melee combat. And he has been in melee combat for quite a long while, I do have to say. Now Streltsies here finally being tied down by some Black Knight and skeleton infantry, while the Sylvanian crossbows are tied down by winged lances instead. Yep, all these Sylvanian crossbowmen will be eliminated soon, but perhaps the infantry tide of the undead will be able to overwhelm the Streltsy precision. We are not sure, we shall see. But for now, it seems that the armor of the Streltsies are holding firm. 28 attack and defense actually is way better than Skeleton Warriors, so they are holding firm. While the Black Knights will be overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of Kosovo dervishes, they might be wavering, but their Viral Blood effect will help them hold the line with the Unbreakable. And yeah, things are not looking too great for the undead, as their mobility support and missile support is steadily dwindling. Manfred once again dropping in that Spirit Leech, but it might just be too late. This Ice Witch has done quite a bit of damage for now. And at this point, I do think that the Kislevites don't even need the Ice Witch to win the army. We'll be going into fast forward now. As right now it's pretty much just this undead blob and this one Black Knight who is trying to ping pong around the battlefield, but eventually it will get shot down. The music died. Anyways, Black Knight's coming back to hit up the armored Kossars, but the winged lances will be counter-charging them. They're trying to ping pong around the battlefield, but yeah, that's pretty much, I'm afraid that might just gonna be it. At least some of these grave guards with great weapons are getting on top of the Streltsies, beating them down, cutting them down with their anti-infantry armor-piercing attacks. But here comes a hailstorm to cut down even more of these grave guard units, and some of these grave guards are actually pushing forward instead of standing still and fight the Streltsies. So they are taking quite a bit of damage by force pathing through the Streltsies. So yeah, things are not great. Things are not great. They're as they're trying to force path, they're not actually fighting and just taking a ton of damage. Finally, some of the grave guards are on top of the Streltsies, but they are so tattered right now. They might as well just be dead. Another hailstorm that should finish off the grave guards, and yeah, it's just a shooting fest right now. Spirit Leech onto the Ice Witch once again, but I don't even know if they can actually finish off the Ice Witch before the game ends. So yeah, that should be the end of the game. They keep shooting. They keep shooting. But Manfred is not willing to go down, so he dropped in a zombie summon. But he's exposed to all these stealthy fires, so just getting summary execution in his face. And Manfred is dead. Which is a happy ending for everyone, honestly. Now, I mean, it's pretty much the Streltsies carrying a great part of the game. The armored Kossars hold the line, and the sheer quality and number of mobility on the Kislev side win out against the vampire counts and just take down all these crossbows. GG to both players, GG to Sigos and Brutus, and now let us move on to the next battle. Unless there is a new bracket and we can finally play one game with our new. Oh, we do have a new game. We are fighting against Wild Platypus. I forgot his build. So where is Ooh, peasants versus Jurassic Park. Let's go. I don't even know how this is gonna end, but yeah, let's go. But yeah, we didn't get to play the previous round because Heart Rust Warrior had to leave the tournament, and we just got a bye round. Tasty cheese. Funny name. Alright. Let's just take out our meme army, which I forgot to save, so I have to look at my screenshot again and check what I mentioned before. Okay, so 4 knights errant, one of them the regiment of renown, and just a ton of peasants. Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we max these out. Rapon's going in with Solomon and spend the rest of the money on the Knights Errant. Can we still? Nope, we can't. Alright, done. We ready? Let's go! We're fighting Jurassic Park with Chris Pratt. Alright. It is just a full peasant army with Rapons, no magic. And yeah, that's about it. We're just gonna... Oh no, it's a Bretonnian box actually. And now we'll go checkerboard. I mean, I didn't... Well, normally all the builds are... received a name, but I didn't actually name this build. So somebody was calling this Rapunzel and her simps. Technically, it's not wrong. Just a bunch of peasants following their peasant lady. And yeah. Okay, let's just do that. And let's just tell our opponent we're ready. Alright, let's go. Now we don't have any magic, so excuse me. So we need excuse me. So we need to be careful. Ah, fuck. The cough is coming back. After this, I'll have to shut up for 24/7. For 24 hours. Anyways, we don't have any armor piercing, and our opponent has a lot of armor. We need to fall back. We can't let the Pale Death shoot a response. We don't have any healing. Oh, that missed. No. Come on. Oh, half a unit gone. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Died. Oh, couldn't really dodge that one. We just have to keep shooting. Alright, we turn around these units and start shooting at these things. At least they don't have healing, so there's that. And now we annihilate their formations. I mean, they're still shooting at my Knights Khorne, so can't really do much about it. Alright, just keep shooting at the Pterodon Riders. They can't dodge forever. And we shoot back. Repulse the mayonnaise! Ah, shit. It's just not doing much damage, isn't it? Okay, there are 2 connoisseurs coming in. Okay, explosion! Nuke their stats! And pile in! Keep shooting! Repulse, you can hold! Repulse, you can hold the line! Oh no, they're not holding! She's not holding! Okay, she need to back off. She need to back the hell out of there. She is not holding the line! Alright, I'm back the hell out of there. I don't even have any Grail Reliquy here. So, yeah, kind of fucked. Alright, let's slam in again. And Rapunzel is kind of stuck in here. All the rest of the knights are kind of dying for her. Oh, Rapunzel's out! It's fine. Slippery. Alright, she go in there. And let the peasants keep grinding through those things. Did she just got stuck on her own peasant on the charge? Get out there! Get out there! Okay, we're out. We're out. Fine. It's fine. Keep shooting down the dinos. We don't have healing here. Alright. We have the banner of the Fleur de Lis. Nuke their stats. Good. And try to kill this Galbloom's terror. Alright, start hacking. Let's go, let's go. We're doing this. GG. Rapunzel carries the day. Oh god. She has the same haircut that the main character of Jurassic World. That's why the T-Rex was confused. Yeah, indeed. Bowl cut is, to be fair, bowl cut is like the haircut for Warhammer. Like when you think about it. All the systems, like the most famous haircut for the Sisters of Battle is indeed the bowl cut. So, and also the Dark Tide Zealot has a bowl cut. So, I mean, when you look at the Zealot in the Dark Tide, it's literally just Rapunzel. Ah, that hair. But yeah, GG. The golden age of dinosaur versus the golden age of Bretonnian peasants. And the Bretonnian peasants won. I mean, mostly Rapunzel killing dinosaurs, I suppose, but yeah, still pretty cool. Oh shit, the peasant bows actually got some value big time. Oh hey Jan, nice to see you here again. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Just a bit busy with the real life, and the recent videos are more like the low effort battle casting. Doesn't really take me too much time to make them, like unlike the guide videos or the meme army videos. So yeah, but yeah, I'll hopefully find more time to do something interesting in the next couple weeks, and then I'm off traveling for a bit, so I might have to lower the upload frequency for the last couple weeks in December and like the first week of January as well. So, but it depends. There's a bit of a change. There might be changes in some plans and whatnot. So, yeah, we shall see. But anyways, Rapunzel has won. Rapunzel is the best Bretonnian lord, hands down. No questions asked. Like, holy shit. Anyways, that should be the last round for today's one army tourney. But we still have quite a few replays to showcase. So we are downloading more replays, and then we will start checking them out. Unless we have additional rounds in the tourney, then we shall see. We shall see. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that should be the last round of the game. And let's see what other replays I've got. Oh, we've got more replays from Cyrus and his Archie. That's great. There's a Wood Elf versus... No, the Nature's Fury versus Seagulls. Okay, that's done. And... we have a Wood Elf versus Kislev rematch though. That would be funny. Cyrus comes in with a Knights versus Pirates replay. And Pigman the best. And having a... What is that name? Pigman! Keep it PG! Pigman, I don't know if you're watching the stream, but man, please keep your names PG. I don't want to get banned. God. Yeah, Hank, I've received all of them. Thank you. Thanks for sending in all the replays. Might take some time to cast them all, but I don't even know if I can actually cast them all tonight, but we shall see. So, Archie, this Rainbow Knights and Rainbow Demons versus Ice. Raced and Ice. Rice and Ice. Kind of rhymes, but also kind of don't. Oh shit. The trailer for The Boys has came out. Yes, season 4. Let's go. If you have tips for me, always feel free to criticize me. I mean, I'll say what I'm thinking about at the same time. So, yeah, don't worry about it. I will criticize when I see issues. Anyways, yeah, Archie just moving up. Not really anything to talk about for now. Let's just skip the marching phase and go straight into combat. But Archie is now getting hit by Death Frost. It's a mutual kill kind of thing right now. Tsarina Katarina has Death Frost and Ice Sheet to slow down enemies, and well, Archie will be spreading some of that magic into Searing Doom to bombard the expensive Ice Gods, who are now shooting down Archaon and the Chaos Knights of Slanesh, who are additionally slowed down to 34 speed to stack on the Frostbite and Ice Sheet. It is a total of minus 55% speed, less than half speed, and they definitely took quite a bit of slow on there, but not a lot of beating though, due to their heavy armor and shields. And the Ice Guards doesn't really have that kind of AP against armored cavalry. Anyways, the Feral Bears are in the mix, and their anti-large armor piercing will be proven to be pretty good in this kind of scenario, and start eating up some of these Chaos Knights. The Siege Knights are holding, but not for long, I do believe, with the Feral Ice Bears continues to eat up their HP. Another Searing Doom here doing pretty good damage to both the Watchmen of the Night and the Feral Ice Bears, plus some pink fire shooting in, but I don't know what they're shooting, but obviously they're not doing much damage overall. 59 damage value now shooting at these bears. The bears are surrounded. Without the infantry support, they will start taking way more damage, and their leadership does not hold against the superior Chaos Cavalry. Now some of these Knights of Khorne are at the back line here, and the Ice Guards with swords can't really hold back that flood of Chaos Knights of Nurgle. These are still sword Chaos Knights. There's only some Ice Guards with glaives, and one of them is now down to less than half health. The other is still shooting at the pink horse, doing some really good damage, but their glaives are desperately needed in this blob. The bears are no longer holding. They're just quickly taking damage now, and yeah, they're now surrounded by superior Chaos mobility. And they are not actually that. I mean, their 40 melee defense is pretty decent, but with only 12 unit models, they are not that tough, especially with only 15 armor. On the far side, the pink horror has been banished back to the Chaos realms, Tinge realms. Now, but that's not stopping any of these Chaos Knights from pushing forward. Archaon is still fighting hard, but the infantry support is dwindling. The Plague Bearers of Nurgle are still around, but fighting against Ice Gods with swords, with their magical attacks and anti-infantry bonus, yeah, the Plague Bearers are not going to hold for long. At least Archaon is still fighting, I suppose. If he manages to snipe out the snipe out Tsarina, maybe, just perhaps maybe he has a chance, but we shall see. Anyways, he is going after Tsarina. A big hit coming from him, absolutely slashing down Tsarina with the Slayer of Kings. Not actually having the Slayer of Kings active, just the weapon itself being there. And with that, Archaon also... Archaon actually got lost being hit by the Feral Ice Bears. No Frostbite, but he is indeed pushed away from Tsarina Katarina, unable to keep up with the fleeing Kislevite Lord. And that shall spell the end of the Chaos Army. And the end of this battle. Man, the Ice Guard with glaives absolutely did work here. With their anti-large magical armor-piercing attacks, just cutting down everything that came their way. And yeah, missile spam in general is pretty decent, pretty solid. I do have to, like, praise these Feral Ice Bears. Definitely trading well into the Swords of Chaos, the Chaos Knights, and all that. Probably why you don't see them in the regular multiplayer scene. They're not allowed because they're pretty decent, I suppose. Anyways, I don't know. But either ways, we shall keep watching the next battles. Archer with the chair. Is this where Hank Cyrus gets to win? We shall see. Let's jump in. Now this is the Cult of Soltec, with tons of skinks, Riperdactyls, Ark of Soltec, and Red Crested Skinks, and 2 Chameleon Skinks. Okay, so let me just adjust my sitting posture, making it a little bit more comfortable, and then we're good to go while we wait for the static to change back into the game. Given the name of the replay, I assume it's just Archaon jumps in with Slayer of Kings active and absolutely slaps Tanhuin, but we shall see. Also, do we have any more replays came in? Yep, probably Chokro and Segos gave me some new games. We shall see. Again, we shall see. Now in the skies, we have Riperdactyl Riders floating around. Not doing much per se. Rainbow Knights and Rainbow Demons versus the Cult of Soltec. Now, there's not much. I don't really feel like the Space Laser is gonna do much in this game. Maybe against the Plague Bearers of Nurgle, maybe. Oh, they're trying to shoot at the Bloodletters now, but as soon as the Bloodletters starts moving, it would just miss. The better way to use it is just to have something pin down your target and then unleash the laser. Now anyways, the Riperdactyl Riders are dropping down, trying to finish off the Pink Horrors and the Plague Bearers. And Archaon is just biding his time. Chaos Knights are running down the lightly armored skink front line with... Wait, what just happened there? Oh, Tanhuin summoning a Manticore. While the Chaos Knights are counter-charging the Riperdactyl Riders. Ooh, a big hit from all these Knights, ripping apart the Riperdactyls. Quite ironic, I know. A Searing Doom on top of the Court of Soltec, but also doing a lot of friendly fire to the Bloodletters of Khorne. Chaos Knights of Tinge now surrounding Tanhuin. Both of them are fighting in the forest, making them less effective in melee. Over here, a Flock of Doom, draining away the health of some of these Chaos Demons. Pretty good use of the magic and area of effect damage to all, and direct damage, most importantly, to bypass that physical resistance and all their melee stats as well. Now the Plague Bearers are already on demonic instability, and once they start crumbling, there's a very low chance they can even come back, especially when they don't have any healing. So the Plague Bearers are done for. Searing Doom blasting away the Red Crested Skink while the Cavalry are still holding on. Now, good news for the Chaos is that the Daemonites managed to surround Tanhuin with the help of the Chaos Knights, pinning him down in the forest. Now, the Colossal Hunters and Riperdactyl Riders are dropping in, trying to eliminate the Chaos Knights of Nurgle, but the thing is that they have been taking a lot of damage coming in from the Bloodletters. They are quite a glass cannon unit overall, so once they start getting surrounded, they will start taking a ton of damage. At least the Ark of Soltec might be able to save the day if they manage to drop in some of that Ark of Soltec Vortex ability. But we shall see. Anyways, at the back here, Chaos Knights of Khorne is just sitting there eating shots from the Chameleon Skinks, but they do have their shields facing the right direction, so they're not too concerned. Oh boy. Here comes the Space Laser. I do think that it probably should have just shot along this line instead of this line, but then again, there are a lot of other... The units has a better time to move out of the way, I suppose. But yeah, shooting along the line of the Daemonites might have been better, just to kill off more of that infantry support. But yeah, right now everything is now surrounded. But Archaon is going in. Slayer of Kings activated, and Tanhuin is the victim right now. Not actually landing that many hits, and his... Oh, starting blend. I see some big hits coming in. Tanhuin having 6,000 HP left, and another hit onto him. Slayer of Kings still having 5 seconds. So maybe one more hit to put him down to... Nope, just missing the hit. At least he's down to 5,400 HP now. And less than half, basically. Roughly half, actually. And while the Chaos Knights are still just holding the line. They're not even cycle charging anymore. They're like... just like a heavy infantry, defensive infantry unit, providing that body support for Archaon, while Archaon just slaps everything around him down. Without dedicated anti-large unit against him, unlike last time with the Bloodwreck Medusas, Archaon is doing just fine now, fighting whatever he wants. Tenwin is moving in to hopefully bump him down with that armor-piercing headbutts, but Archaon is now fighting back, dropping in that Spirit Leech to drain away his health even further. Now, unfortunately for Chaos though, their Knights have stuck too long in a prolonged melee grind and is actually getting whittled down by a sheer volume of armor piercing, including from the Red Questless Kings and the Bastillodon Ark of Sotek. Now, Archaon the Everchosen is fighting. But yeah. And he's poking back at Tenhuin, but Tenhuin does have poison in both his melee attack and his missile strength. So Archaon has been debuffed in terms of his weapon strength and now doing a little less damage than normal, buying some time for the Ark of Sotek and the rest of the Lizardmen units to isolate the regrouped elements of Warriors of Chaos and finish them off. Yeah, as you can see here, it is pretty much just this tattered piece of Chaos Knights of Nurgle, tattered piece of Chaos Knights of Khorne, and Archaon himself holding the line. Searing Doom coming in probably can kill off a bit more of that infantry support, but whether it can win Archaon the game, we shall see. Archaon is still fighting valiantly. 2,782 damage value, and his melee stat is actually keeping him alive quite well. The headbutts from the Bastillodon Ark of Sotek are not doing that much damage overall as well. Like, are they? Yeah, their weapon strength is lower now that they've taken more damage over time. And now Archaon activating the Slayer of Kings, going after Tenhuin. Tenhuin slamming into Archaon, trying to finish him off, but he doesn't have that kind of melee stats to penetrate his defense. 60 melee defense holding back against the 26 melee attack of Tenhuin. Especially the frenzy has worn off on Tenhuin. Oh wait, no, it's back again, giving him a little bit more melee attack stats, but Archaon is just 1v2ing the two big monsters. Tenhuin decided to pull out the Engine of the Gods to refresh his charge bonus and rear charge Archaon for that maximum damage, maybe? No, he's going after the Sword of Chaos, pushing off the Guardian, providing Regiment of Renown unit perhaps, and now he has to go back to deal with Archaon, really. Like, now that Archaon still has his back turn, it is best for Tenhuin to just go in for the kill. But Archaon is slapping down the Bastillodon. Nope, he's going after Tenhuin now. He decided, fuck this, I'm out. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting that puny Bastillodon. I need to hunt down Tenhuin and finish off the Lizardman leadership. And Tenhuin being on a bulky Stegodon, he's not really turning around too elegantly, allowing Archaon to hit him another time in the side. Now Archaon and him is head-to-head against each other. Archaon is taking hits from the Bastillodon Ark of Sotek, but Ark of Sotek only having 250 weapon strength. It's not enough to finish off Archaon immediately. And Archaon is still holding firm, beating back Tenhuin. Tenhuin down to last 1000 HP, and Archaon decided to drop artillery onto his own self. The Searing Doom here eliminating the rest of the Red Crestless King and doing some minor damage to Tenhuin as well. Another couple hits from Archaon, and Tenhuin has been routed, leaving only the Bastillodon fighting alone against Archaon. I do think that Archaon would have taken a few more big hits if Tenhuin actually turned back to rear charge him. But alas, it is too late now as Archaon came in with the steel chair. I mean, he was just holding a steel chair, slapping down Tenhuin head to head. He didn't even charge. He just stood there and beat down Tenhuin. And now Tenhuin is slain, leaving only the Ark of Sotek against Archaon. Another hit came in from Archaon, and the Ark of Sotek down to last 1,300 HP. He did a lot of damage over time, earning back his valor and then some more, but that is not enough to beat down the destroyer of the world that was Archaon, the Ever-Chosen himself. Yep, balance of power was freaking drunk right there. I don't know why Bastiladon actually went out on the balance of power, but it apparently was. But either ways, Archaon beat back the Bastiladon and claimed victory. 4,457 damage value. He basically solo carried this game, shutting down the Bastiladon, shutting down both Bastiladons and Tenhoen himself. And of course the Spirit Leeching and a ton of Searing Doom. Did a lot of damage overall. The Knights themselves didn't really do that much, especially not the Chaos Knights of Tinge, but yeah, just basically Archaon carrying the game. Like, man, Archaon really earned back his worth this game for sure. Very impressive performance from Cyrus and his Archaon build. Excuse me, I'm just gonna rehydrate a bit before we move on to the next game. Have we seen this one? No, we haven't. We've seen the other. Have we seen this one? It was definitely a fun tourney, Cyrus. It was indeed a very fun tourney. Okay, we haven't seen that one. We can go check that one out. Give me a second. Oh, okay. That's an interesting. I still think the Sword of Chaos are set. Yeah, they are. I mean, they have the charge bonus, charge boost ability, but it's way worse than the Knights of the Brazen Thrones. And I think that's a kind of a pity. Okay, let me just download the rest of the replays. I don't think I'm receiving any more replays. So after showcasing these remaining replays, and then I'll just send it out. We'll just call it a night. Yeah. Alright, let me just pause it right there and check the chat. Okay, cool. Just gonna maybe wait for another replay to come in. Oh wait, no, all the replay came in. So yeah. I mean, not every single. I didn't receive every single replay, but that's fine. Like, we've got more than enough content for the night with the meme stuff. But yeah, so for the armies here, we have the Streltsy and regular Kislevite. Armored Corsairs in the front line, 5 Streltsys and 3 more Kosovo Dervishes and 4 Winged Lances. On the other side, the Nature's Fury of Drycha. We have the Malevolent Dryads, one of them, and also the Wraith of the Frozen Heart, and Feral Bears, 3 of them, plus Firebok Elders. Ooh, the devastating firepower from the pistols and handguns. Absolutely obliterating the Malevolent Dryads in the front line. They have 60 armor, but that's not going to help them against this sheer volume of firepower, especially when there's armor piercing on the Streltsies. Hulks are going in. They do have armor piercing and do some pretty... Whoa, 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 what is that? What is that impact damage? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, both of them just got annihilated on that one charge, and oh boy, the Hulks just got deleted, but then the Winged Lances also took some heavy losses. Giant Spiders countercharging the Winged Lances, and on the other side, the Feral Bears and Giant Wolves are absolutely annihilated by the Streltsy firepower, and Streltsies are now, like, doing target practice on the Malevolent Treemen. Oof, this is gonna be rough. All that armor piercing firepower, and there's nothing to save them. No healing, no summons to disrupt Streltsies, not even flanking units, because all their entire flank crumbled. So yeah, Gwendolor, that's the eagle of that's the great eagle of the Sisters of Twilight. But yeah, anyways, boy, that's horrible. Everything just died so fast on the Nature's Fury. I guess gunpowder, men, and steel is the true bane of nature after all. How poetic. Oops, sorry. But yeah, a bit of a rear charge from the Winged Lances slam into the Malevolent Dryads and will be routing them off. These giant spiders also lack the armor piercing. Wait, no, they do have armor piercing. But either ways, they are not gonna win out against the Winged Lances. And everything is basically falling apart for the Nature's Fury. Yeah. Kosas cross-firing into the fray. Streltsy still firing. Gwendolor tied down by Kosovite dervishes, not able to disrupt the enemy missiles, and enemy missiles are still firing. Firebark Elder are still holding though, but not for long, I do believe. Oh, wait, whoa, they do have missile resistance and fire physical resistance, so they can actually tank the missiles for a decent amount of time. Not the longest amount of time, but decent amount of time with that physical missile resistance. But either ways, that's not gonna be enough to help them, as the sheer volume of bullets and yeah, just pretty much sheer volume of bullets will be wiping their entire unit out over time. Yep. Basically, it's just a shooting contest for the Streltsies, trying to do as much damage as possible for them, and GG. Too much missiles, too much bullets, too much firepower. There are no game of the Welcome to Estalia army. I believe. Wait, there's no Welcome to Estalia action. Whoa. Oh no, somebody pulled out. That's probably why. Yeah, somebody dropped out before the battle and also during halfway through the battle. So that's why we didn't see any more elven waifus. And yeah, I don't exactly remember who actually remained in this tournament. But yeah. Yeah, the Welcome to Estalia army must have dropped out. Unless it is Gotrek Starbreaker's army and Krell Metal's army. I don't know. Oh, Krell Metal dropped, I think. That's probably why. Yeah, Krell Metal probably dropped. Either ways, yeah, Streltsies basically annihilated all the trees. Not much really to say. They're just walking to their death. Nature getting taken over by technology. Oh boy. Oh, Koops is bringing... Wait, Koops is playing? I didn't see his name on... What? I didn't see his name on... this... What? 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 Oh, Koops is playing in the place of Hot Rust Warrior or something? I don't know. Anyways, these are the replays I receive, and I'll just showcase them as I run into them. So... I'm also probably not going to chase everyone down for their replay, so, oh well, whatever. Oh, Chromato sent in it. Oh, we got more coming in. We've got more pirate action. Koops just sent me another replay. So we got that going, which is nice. And Crow Metal also sent their replay in as well, but it's pretty much just 2 more replays. So yeah. There we go. Alright, nature versus ice. The tree versus ice. Is the winter gonna triumph over the nature, or it is just part of nature where life will endure and sprout again during spring? We shall see. Barace is indeed a very good player, so maybe he might have the advantage here. We shall see. Alrighty. As soon as the battle began, the Vanguard deployed Malevolent Dryads and all that are just getting shot by volume. by the by the sheer volume of Ice God firepower. Plus, because they are getting frostbitten, their speed is actually dropped down to all the way to 19 only, and they're just not moving at this point. Ugh. Speaking about getting stuck, they're absolutely getting stuck here. Very nice combo from Race, actually, and quite creative, if anything. Anyways, Wraiths of Frozen Hearted and all the rest of the Wood Elf forces are moving in, braving that. Oh wait, excuse me. It's bear versus bears. Feral bears versus feral ice bears. Now the feral ice bears do have the chilling aura to slow down enemy units, but we shall see. Oh, Wraiths of the Frozen Hearted got hit hard on the initial charge, as the Ice Guards do have magical anti-infantry attacks, but perhaps that armor on the Dryads will help them hold for a little bit, tad bit longer. Anyways, the bear versus bear action is going on right now, and it seems that the first bear is routed. Although the Firebark Elders are still holding firm, the Dryad summon from Drycha is dropped onto the back line, fighting against the Ice God with their glaives, and they're actually getting a very good trade out of it because of their pretty good melee attack. The Frenzy is helping them out in this kind of engagement, although the Watchman of the Night has wiped out the Feral Bears, and as they are not having any Dryad support, they're kind of lagging behind there. They need to charge in. Although the Watchmen of the Night with their anti-infantry and armor, they might actually be able to do just fine against the Malevolent Dryads. At the back there, a bit of Melkov's mystifying miasma on the Ice God with swords. I do think that it might have been a mistake, as it could have been better to just hit these Ice Gods. Get them break quicker so you can free up the resources to deal with the Ice Gods from the back. Because right now, the Ice God took some damage, but it's not actually eliminating any units over there, so they're still standing there and firing into the fray. Anyways, things seems to be going pretty decently for the Nature's Fury, as they're just wiping out the front lines of the Ice Army. Excuse me. Another Death Frost, bypassing that melee defense, armor, and physical resistance of the Malevolent Treemen. Wait, no. Something is Death Frosting. Oh, it's Drycha. Bypassing all the defenses of Drycha, and will be draining her health away. And the Tsarina Katerin is holding for now, but I don't think she's gonna hold for too long. The infantry support is basically gone around her, and she's getting beaten up by the Dryads. Now all these freed up angry trees are going straight for the Ice God with swords. You see, that's the problem. They don't have firepower. They don't have gunpowder, so there's no technology here. Magic is not beating nature. Gunpowder is. Technology is. So without the gunpowder, the treatment is just holding. And yeah, that's about it. The Watchmen of the Night beat back the Malevolent Dryads, but that's not gonna help against the angry treemen, the Malevolent treemen. Now there is still one Ice Guard with glaives standing at the back there, but they are disrupted by Gwendolor. Now they can and will kill Gwendolor in a quick hurry if given the opportunity. The thing is, the rest of their army is just falling apart. So it's not gonna be long before army losses kicks in, as Drycha and the angry trees are wiping out the last of the Ice Guard. We'll go into fast forward here as Tsarina Katerin shatters. There goes the rest of the Kislevite army, and yeah, victory belongs to nature once more. They shall endure the winter and survive the chill. So yeah, GG to both players, and I mean the initial push seems to be benefiting the Kislevites as the bears got beaten back, but without the Ice Glaives in the front to beat back the trees, and the fact that the Ice Guards actually doesn't trade that well into the Malevolent Dryads, especially with the Frenzy on the Dryads. Yeah, the Ice Guards are just got a pretty poor trade overall. Now we don't actually Okay, we don't actually have another replay from Krell Mato, so this is the only replay we got from him and his Sunmaker action. But first, let us just check out the Knights versus Pirates action. Now, let's see who wins this one, but I do think that the Vampire Coast might have a bit of a big disadvantage here. Having so many knights on the field means that these infantry will get run down, but we shall see. Oh, Kupsi replace Hard Rust. That makes sense. With your trash meme build. Yep. We shall see your performance soon. Oh, Crow didn't drop, but yeah. Would have loved to see more games from Crow, but well. We check what we got. Go Nature, go, go Pets, go. Yep, Nature did win that one, Rainy Frog. Lucina, you're thinking of a whole lot of Skinks army with Skinks only. At least give us some dinosaur option, please. Or maybe Skinks, Goblins, and Skavens only. Like, just get the tiny guys out. Maybe even the dwarves, but I mean, the dwarves mains would be angry about it, so for inclusivity, maybe not. But yeah, let's just get the tiny guys. Just call it the tiny guys tournament. That would be funny. Oh, and also like nobblers. Nobblers only. But you can't really do nobblers only. Wait, no, you can with the artillery of the ogres. Anyways, we can think about that later. Let's just focus on the battle itself. For the pirate army, a front line of Sartosa Free Company with their dual cutlasses. Yep, dual cutlasses. And at the back, the Sartosa Free Company, Sartosa Militia with their pistols and cutlasses. And then further back, Night Terrors and the other Morngulls. And that's about it, basically. We do have a lot of a deep support. Okay, so now the Sartosa Militia might just have to do as much missile damage to the Chaos Knights as possible, but we shall see how much they can actually do here, because the Chaos Knights do have heavy armor and heavy and like pretty good shields, especially the Chaos Knights of Tinge with their Tinge barrier, and then the Slanesh army with physical resistance. As you can see there, they just have no issues plowing into the Sartosa infantry at all. Basically, on the first contact, already doing substantial damage. Now, Sartosa Free Company does have the anti-infantry bonus to try and trade against the Bloodlesses of Khorne, but yeah, we don't know if that's gonna be good enough. And over here, Spirit Leech on Arena's Assault, but eventually she'll be whittled down. She doesn't really have the most HP, so she is quite fragile to this kind of spell attack. Also reliant on the physical resistance doesn't help. Now, as you can see here, the front line quickly crumbles. The devastating heavy metal charge is too much for the pirates. They are better suited to fight on a boat where cavalry cannot actually work. So on the ground, oof, this is gonna be rough. At least there's a bit of Vargai's Revenge doing some damage to the Chaos Knights of Nurgle, but they have moved out of position, so not a lot of damage. Maybe over here would have been a better way to cast the spell, but alas, it is too late, and there really isn't much they can do about it. Balance of Fire slowly edging into the favor of the Chaos Army as more and more Sartosa infantry got annihilated by the Chaos mobility. Sartosa Free Company are firing back, but yeah. Sartosa's militia are firing back, but they're just not doing enough damage with their lack of armor piercing. Now the Chaos Knights are flanking around, running over some poor routed Sartosa militia, and the front line of the Sartosa Free Company is not holding much as well. The Tide Call is not great against... Oh, well, there are some infantry in the fray, I suppose. Bloodlesses of Khorne, so it's fine. But yeah, maybe a Vargai's Revenge over here would have been a great idea. But alas, as you can see here, the things are getting more and more desperate for the Sartosa side, as they're losing more and more units to the unstoppable Rainbow Knights. And Archaon is just picking apart these Night Terrors as well. I think we can go into fast forward at this point. No? Oh shit, it's my stream broke. Did my stream break? Okay, stream is still on, hopefully. Okay, that was scary for a second there. Anyways, but yeah. The Chaos Army slowly marches on. Yeah, because I was checking the background, the studio backstage, where I've also got a live feed of my stream, and that one broke. So got to refresh a bit and came back. But yeah, it seems fine for now. But anyways, well, let's just keep pushing. Chaos Knights keep pushing, and Aranessa dueling Archaon the Ever-Chosen right now. A kick in his butt, but that's not gonna save her. And she took another hit, and she has way less HP than Archaon right now. She has like 3,000 versus Archaon 5,700, and she's subjected to Spirit Leech. So I don't think she's gonna hold for long, especially now that she's surrounded by Bloodletters. All these Sartosa pistol militias have been compromised, and the Sword of Chaos is just holding them down as well. We'll be fast forward into the end game, and yeah, at this point, Coops admitted defeat. GG to both players there. Valiant attempt from Coops, but unfortunately, the Sartosa pirates are not equipped to deal with knights. Just don't have the pole arms to handle the Sartosa, to handle the heavy metal. And yeah, Chaos Knights of Nurgle definitely holding firm, and Archaon did some pretty good damage overall as well. GG, and what's next? I'm not gonna say this name out. Pigman versus Gotrek Starbreaker, or known as Saber's Regnum. I think he's been using this name for so long, we can just call him Gotrek Starbreaker at this point. Yeah. Now, it is the Horny Elves versus the King of 8 Peaks, where we have some hammers, the Peak Gate Guard as well, and then 4 Rangers, 2 miners with no blasting charges, a Dwarf Warrior, 2 Bolt Throwers, 3 Ethereal Dwarf Heroes, 1 Master Engineer, 1 Thane, and 1 Rune Smith. Leading the army, Belagor Ironhammer himself with nothing on him. Naked Belagor? Huh. I don't think that's the... I think if you want to take Belagor, at least you need to pick up a couple items here to really be the true king of 8 peaks. But yeah, this overall can still be a pretty competitive build, I think. Although the Sisters of Slaughter might have a bit of trouble moving in. We'll be fast forward over here. If you guys still remember, it is double Bloodwreck Medusa, Sisters of Slaughter, and Witch Elves, and then Morathi plus Crows of Cain, Explosive Squake somewhere. Wait, where am Explosive Squake at? Oh, yep, there. And there. And Morathi seems to be taking quite a bit of damage from the crossbow bolts, so the Crows of Cain are dropping in, trying to silence them, while the Sisters of Slaughter are moving up to deal with the hammers and Dwarf infantry. This is not great for them. They don't have that kind of armor piercing, and the hammers do have pretty decent melee stats. A little bit of a bolt. I forgot the name of that, but Doombolt, I think. Yeah, Doombolt. The one of Caradon drops in and took out a chunk of health from the Ironbrow, but the Crows of Cain are routed, and the Bloodwreck Medusa are not quite in the position to sit back and shoot, as they are desperately needed in the fight to disrupt the crossbow bolts, and also more importantly, they can't sit back because of the bolt thrower simply outmatched them in firepower. Witch Elves annihilate some miners, but they also took immense damage in the process. And in the front line, some reason these with Sisters of Slaughter trading okay against the hammers, although they are not going to hold on for long. Oh, Explosive Squakes, it's coming in. It's going after the hammers. Let's go. Boom. Half of the... Oh, that's more than half a unit of hammer just got blown up. If the Witch Elves are going after the hammers right now, the leadership would drop so much they will actually be routed. But alas, the Witch Elves are too busy going after the bolt throwers and the rangers. So yeah, the hammers will live for now. Anyways, very good explosive square action right there. And right now the Sisters of Slaughter over here are still holding, while the Bloodwreck Medusa is trying to go after Belagar. Not exactly the greatest choice here. Belagar can fight back pretty good. His stats is quite solid. 55, 60 attack, 60 defense. Quite balanced if anything. And at the back there, Crows of Cain once again engage in melee, trying to silence these rangers. And Sisters of Slaughter will be moving in as well. These Sisters of Slaughter are still holding on against the hammers. Honestly, they've done their part. Not quite earning back their value, but honestly holding on against such an elite infantry, they've earned their worth. And yeah, overall here, Sisters of the Sirens of Red Ruin and the Bloodwreck Medusa have pulled back. Now they are needed to just shoot at these dwarf warriors and just dwarf infantry in general. Honestly, they need to use up quite a bit of their ammo to earn back their worth, and they haven't been shooting much at all. Now everything in the vicinity who is still firing is just aiming at them. Quite hilarious of a sight if you ask me. So the Bloodwreck Medusas will be jumping into combat and prevent the dwarf units from shooting. But at this point I do... Ooh, actually I thought the dwarves had an upper hand, but no, it seems that the Goth Elves, the horny Goth Elves are actually in a bit of advantage in terms of balance of power. As the last of the bolt thrower has been pushed off, all these rangers have been silenced as well. All that's left is just some tattered PK God and hammers. Oh, although there are some rangers at the back over here starting to shoot again, and the Sisters of Slaughter, they're gonna take some significant damage. Oh my god, what is happening to the Sisters of Slaughter? They're still holding on against the hammers. No, this is probably a different unit. Earning about 800 gold value, pretty decent, I guess. But alas, they can't hold on forever and they'll be routed. Bloodwreck Medusas are still moving around the battlefield, trying to get a good engagement using their speed advantage. And right now, there's pretty much just the single entities and a single Crows of Cain. And yeah, things are looking quite dicey for the Dark Elves now. Now that... Oh, okay, never mind. And... the eye lasers from the Medusas are just blowing up the rangers left, right, and center. This is exactly what they need though. Just to eliminate the rest of the infantry support using up their ammo, and they still have a lot of ammo left. If anything, they can shoot and kite. But yeah, the last of the rangers will be shot down. Although, I don't know why the Siren of Red Ruin decided to just jump into melee combat. There's still a unit of Death Hack chasing after routed units at the back there, and Witch Elves are moving in to chase off routed rangers. So these Bloodwreck Medusas are free to just sit back and shoot. Yeah. We'll go into it fast for first. No. Marathi jumps down again. She doesn't have the magic attacks to bypass physical resistance, but damage is still damage after all. And Thorny Ironbrow is slowly getting worked down. Not quite slow actually. Every hit is quite big on him. And Marathi is fighting the good fight, while the Siren of Red Ruin and the Bloodwreck Medusa expanding as much ammo as possible, while Drammer Hammerfist shoots back. Marathi needs to go after him, because the Siren of Red Ruin still have a lot of ammo to use. But nope, alas, it's a bit too late as she is routed. At least keep the other Bloodwreck Medusa around to keep shooting, I suppose. Ooh, actually, using their ammo to shoot at the ethereal things might actually help. But anyways, she is a bit busy shooting at the PK guard here, knowing that the infantry might be an annoying thing to deal with. Soul Stealer, draining away the health of Dramer Hammerfist, trying really hard to deal with this ethereal engineer. Now, at least the Bloodwreck Medusa still have quite a bit of HP left on this one, so it's not gonna go down that fast. Oh, the second squig hit the PK guard. I did not see that one. I need to rewatch this just to see the glorious action against PK guard. But yeah, for now, Marathi is still trying hard to snipe out the Drummer Iron Fist right now, while the Siren of Red Ruin is coming back to deal with the annihilated PK god. Belagar trying to chase after yeah, trying to chase after Morathi, but he's too slow, unfortunately, and especially Friendly Iron Brow does not have any spell support in this one. So, yeah, it is pretty much the dwarves are basically sitting ducks against the Bloodwreck Medusas. All these hammers are getting shot up pretty badly, and it is a matter of time before they're eventually worn down by the constant shooting and kiting of the Bloodwreck Medusas. Another Soul Stealer. That should finish off the ethereal single entities. And yeah, King Lune Iron Hammer is it the dad of or ancestors of Belagar? Huh. Your opponent said there was a rule break. What do you think? That might. It's a for fun tourney. I don't want to enforce too much rules here, but I do think there might have been an attack rule break for a second there, when the units are kind of no unit really stayed in combat for a bit there. I mean, there were some crows approaching to combat, but it was a thin line, a very fine line. Like, just try to keep your units in combat constantly. That's I would say that's the rule of thumb there. Wasn't the worst. I do agree with Pro Metal, but yeah. I mean, the game is over. The tournament is over, so there's no point really to open the case right now. And I'm sure that's why there was no issues directly submitted. Just saying that there was. It's just that your opponent saying there was a rule break instead of filing a complaint or anything. Like, just make sure you pay attention to your units, making sure they're attacking or making sure there is something attacking, fulfilling that attacking rule brief before you try to disengage everything. Generally, I go by that kind of principle. So, I mean, so far it hasn't put me into any big troubles. So yeah, just yeah, try. I mean, sometimes you're just in the middle of the game and just things get heated, so you can't really pay attention to everything, but try your best to do it, I would say, just to keep it fun for everyone to play. But yeah, so just some decent action going on. And Morathi definitely carried the game with Soul Stealers against the ethereal units. GG. And Drama Hammer Fist, though, with the counter fire against the Bloodwreck Medusas, did some pretty good damage, but yeah, not enough to carry the game, unfortunately. And give me a second, I need to turn on heating in my room. I forgot to turn on the heating after I'm back from a grocery run, so give me a sec. It's kind of cold right now. Okay, 4 more replays left. We are going to see Chalk's army. I forgot his army, actually. Oh, a sneaky Skaven army against an army with a ton of ranged units. Oh, I feel bad for Gotrek Starbreaker at this point. Man, I do indeed feel bad for him at this point. Oh, this is gonna get wiped so hard, because Death Runners go after the hammers, and then everything else go after the rest of the ranged units, and then the rest of the army, and then it's gonna be done for. Unless the ethereal Thanes and the dwarf characters can carry it. We shall see. Anyways, everything's hidden over there. Dwarf army tries to push up and see where the Skaven's at, but alas, it is indeed just a box holding on at this point. I mean, the PK guard might have a chance against the Death Runners, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna do too well for them. Hammers engaging Victron's Death Squad now, who does have armor piercing and anti-infantry bonus. Ooh, things are going not too well for the dwarves already. I mean, the hammers are fighting back hard, and the Overwatch fire from the Rangers are doing some significant damage against enemy units. especially with the support of King Lun Iron Hammer. But yeah, PK Guard getting hit hard by everything in the vicinity. Like, the Rangers are firing back, and the miners are trying to block the Death Runners, but they're just miners, and the Death Runners will cut through them in no time. Oh no! Snickage is beating back Belagar Iron Hammer right now. Normally, if Belagar has all his buffs, he can beat back Snickage just fine, but he doesn't have anything on him. He's fighting fine though, like with all the Ranger support, but if Belagar actually has his buffs, he would be a lot healthier right now, while still being able to beat back Deathmaster Snickage. Anyways, at the back there, we have some Gutter Runners moving in, trying to shoot at the Dwarf army. Excuse me. Hammers getting shot at the back, as they are debuffed by Weeping Blade, down to half armor, and they're shot in the back. So, yeah, the missile damage from the Gutter Runners are actually way more than normal due to their lowered armor. Gutter Runners even jumping on top of the Rangers to silence them. With only 26 attack and 18 attack and 26 defense, they are not doing too well against the Gutter Runners. At least the Overwatch fire from the Rangers are getting some work done. But alas, it seems that the Dwarf box is indeed holding. The Hammers beating back some of these Death Runners. The Hammers, do they have magic attacks? They have runic hammers, right? So yeah, all of them have magic attacks, so they indeed able to bypass that physical resistance on the Death Runners, doing some pretty good work against the Victrins Death Squad and the other Death Runners. But some of the Death Runners managed to slip into the back line, now not really silencing anything. The Dwarf Warriors are holding for now, and the Rangers are still shooting back the Gutter Runners with their Overwatch fire. Although some of these Rangers have been routed, more Gutter Runners are rushing in, trying to charge them from the back. And indeed, they will start taking some damage, but here comes the Peak Gate Guard. So yeah. But oh yeah, overall, with Snickage gone, I don't even see Snickage anymore. With Snickage gone, the leadership of the Skavens have took a huge hit, and they are not able to outgrind the Dwarf infantry. Oh boy, this is rough. This is indeed quite rough for the Skavens. All their units are being routed, slowly being whittled down, but oh, Belagar Iron Hammer himself is getting low in HP. Now he's surrounded by the Eshin's Triads, who have armor piercing to bypass his armor. And then, oh, Assassin's coming in for the kill, but he missed. Belagar is holding with 300 HP. Let's just keep the unit card up for Belagar. He is routed, but can he survive? He's running into the cover of his own men. Nope. He's moving away, but nothing is pursuing him right now. Instead, they're going after the Rangers. Balance of power is getting worse for the Skavens, but maybe if they manage to break off Belagar, they might have a chance. And nope. Oh, yep. Ashen's Strider is going after him, but they're blocked by the trees. They don't have Striders, so... Oh, wait, no, they have Strider. Oh, wait, no, they don't have Woodsman, so they can't move through trees. But, yeah, they're going after Belagar now, down to 200 something, but they... the Skaven infantry doesn't have the most weapon strength, so it'll take some time for them to work down Belagar. And at this point, the rest of the Skaven army is quickly getting whittled down by the sheer amount of the Dwarf troops. Extra Triads and oh no, oh, Assassin's coming in, but he shattered. Army losses is hit after all, so everything is routed. Ashen's Triad still trying to go after Belagar, but they are not able to finish him off, and there goes the Skaven. And there goes the Skaven. Alas. I'm surprised the Hammers did so well against the Skaven army. Weird. Yeah, it's actually quite weird. I guess the magical attacks from the Hammers did the job against the physical resistance of the Death Runners, yeah. And the Gutter Runners didn't... Ooh, actually, I thought they didn't pull their weight, but they did. It's the Ashen Triads that didn't really pull their weight here. And Deathmaster Snickage prematurely jumping into battle and just getting sniped out by counter-sniped by Balagar and his ethereal hero support. Now it is Pigman versus. I don't think this is gonna go great for Pigman's horny build. But yeah, at this point we're quite familiar with both army builds, so let's just skip the army. Just skip the details of the armies, just quickly go through it. Streltsies, Armored Corsairs, Winged Lances, Dervishes, Ice Witch, and on the other side, horny Goth Elf waifus. Morathi, Bloodwreck Medusa, Sisters of Slaughter, Witch Elves, Crows of Cain, Explosive Squigs. I still need to check out those Explosive Squigs on the hammers, but we'll do it later. And Death Hacks. Alright, fast forward. There's not much missile action until the Streltsies are in range, so we are fast forwarding. And because of the explosive squigs have to be held in reserve because they don't want to get exposed. Once they do get exposed, like that, they might just explode prematurely into the wrong units. Anyways, in the front line, Sisters of Slaughter try to charge in, but they just got annihilated by a hail of bullets. Everything just shoot into the fray. Even Morathi is taking a ton of damage, and against a wall of armor, all these armored corsairs holding the line, they are not able to punch through enemy troops that efficiently. Now Witch Elves are moving in, though the armored corsairs are tied down, so they're not able to intercept these Witch Elves. These Witch Elves, though, getting recharged from the Dervishes and Winged Lances. Yep. Oh, just Winged Lances, really. Yep, they're all dead. And at this point, this early in the game, the Goth Elves are already in a big disadvantage. Medusas are in the fight against Streltsies, tying them down, while over here Kosovo Dervishes and Streltsies are rampage. Nope, not the Dervishes, just the Streltsies. But either way, the Streltsies are silenced, and Sisters of Slaughter over here are able to wipe out the we're able to wipe out the armored corsairs, and now moving on to the back line. Crows of Cain flying over as well, trying to get the Streltsies silenced, and yep, one of the Streltsies will be silenced, but there are two more to go, and they are both aiming at Morathi. Morathi desperately needs some Soul Stealer to keep herself alive, but alas, more bad news coming in as more armored corsairs have been freed up from by the brick and route of the Sisters of Slaughter and Witch Elf. So there's a lot of missile going on for the corsairs, for the Kislevite army right now. And I don't really think there's any way the Dark Elves can pull this one back. Just too many firepower, and there's not enough things to work through all these missiles. Especially Morathi herself is stuck in this melee grind against a ton of Kosovo Dervishes and Streltsies just hacking her down. Like, they don't even need to be that good in melee combat. They just need to surround her, and her light armor means that she'll be quite glass cannon and take a lot of melee damage. Bloodwreck Medusa pinned down in this melee grind as well. She is normally anti-large, but she also has low armor, so not the most. Oof, what happened right there? Some explosions. Not sure what happened. Probably hailstorm on the Siren of Red Ruin, and on top of that, Streltsies firing in. So, oof, this Siren of Red Ruin is dead, and that is the end. It got 2 cap. I missed it again. Okay, fine, Pigman. I'm gonna go and check out both of your replays, and just to check out what the squigs do. Where was your replay again? There we go. But yeah, Morathi did sucked off 4 dwarf characters in this one. God, sounds horrible. Alright, cool. Let's just go back to this game. I think it's this one. that we missed? One went into the PK guard, right? So let's see. We keep up an eye on both squigs, which are like on the opposite sides of the battlefield. It's no easy task. We skip, just skip everything. The squigs are moving in, and there's nothing available to counter them. They're both getting close to their targets. Okay, this one's went over to the hammers. This one is slipping through to get to the PK god, I assume. Yeah, we saw this one. We didn't see the other one. Oh, yep. It's going after the PK guard. It's going after them. Now, okay, the first explosion goes off on the hammers. Half a unit is gone. This one goes in. The hammers try to run away, but no, they're not fast enough, and half a unit of PK guard is gone. The super elite hammer infantry is deleted. Beautiful. The name was very accurate, but damn, it's not safe for work. Yep, very nice explosion right there. And now for the other one. Excuse me. Oh, General Eisenbart does have another replay coming in. So, yep, one more replay. And we're really eating good tonight with all the replays. Okay, cool. Let's see how did the squig annihilate 2 cavalry at once. We shall see. Okay, so there's one squig here, which we saw, and it did almost nothing. Just picked off like 1/3 of a unit, 1/3 of a wing lancer unit. The other is over here. What did it do? Oh, it's these 2 wing lancers. They're piling on top of the Sisters of Slaughter, doing substantial damage and basically deleting that Sisters of Slaughter. But here comes the squig. Here comes the squiggly squig, the super explosive squig, and 2 units got hit. That was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. Like, that's basically a full unit of cavalry gone. Never have I seen explosive units being used in such efficiency. Alright. 3 more battles. Let's just go with the spiders versus pirates first. Alrighty, let's go. So, for the spider army, let's slow down a bit. Spider hatchlings in the front line, 3 Arachnaroks. One of them, okay, regular Arachnarok, the Arachnarok Queen, and the giant Great Goblin Shaman on an Arachnarok as well. Yeah, just coming in with Vindictive Glare and Sneaky Stabbing, and that's about it. Also, Goblin Big Boss on a spider, and then yeah, just tons of spider, and then spider riders on the side, spider riders at the back, spider riders at the back, and more spider riders on the side. Tons of spiders versus pirates. Now we'll go into the battle. Spider hatchlings, they are infantry size, so they will be falling victim to that anti-infantry bonus from the Sartosa Free Company. And the Arachnaroks are just bypassing that front line there, trying to go after the back lines. Great Goblin Shaman is moving in, and Forest Goblin Spider Riders are counter-skirmishing against, like, they're just trading shots against the formations of the pirates. But yeah, the Arachnaroks seems to be doing fine for now, disrupting multiple disrupting multiple pistol infantry, multiple militia units, and the Spider Riders are recharging some of these Sartosa militia. Yeah, they're just moving in and just trying to shut down those firepower. Is this a spider? Yep, spider hatchling summon, tying down more of these pistol infantry, and the Terra might just be able to break off the Sartosa infantry early. Yep, a terrified unit already appearing, and all these pirate infantry are in a disarray. Another unit is breaking. More and more units are breaking away, while the first Goblin Spider Rider archers are just at the back here, not exactly trading well against the Sartosa militia. Foot missiles versus mounted missiles is always gonna favor the foot missiles. At the back there, Aranessa tries to challenge one of the Arachnarok spiders, but she is quite glass cannon herself, and she just got punted and hacked and bitten down by the Arachnarok Queen, especially when she's buffed up by all the way up to 94 melee attack. Ugh, Aranessa Soulspite is getting a bad case of arachnophobia for sure. Balance of power is in the favor of, is slowly ebbing towards the favor of the Spider army for sure. Although there's still quite a bit of fight left in the Sartosa army. Oh, nope. Aranessa Soulspite is taking heavy damage right now, being chased down by the Goblin Big Boss, especially if they need stabbing to lower his stats. The melee fight will be much more favorable for the Spider army. There are some Sartosa militia regrouping on the far side there, but alas, yeah, they're not gonna hold for too long. Anyways, Aranessa Soulspite has been mulched down, and most of these pistol mobs have been compromised, and they do not have that kind of armor piercing to deal with the Arachnarok Queens, and just Arachnaroks in general, really. Morngulls are fighting. They have the armor piercing, but they don't have the attack stats. 32 melee attack versus 31 melee defense. Not too bad, but also not amazing either. They have armor piercing, and they are working down the Arachnarok Spider. Balance of power is still quite even, but Aranessa Soulspite will get escorted off the battlefield by the first Goblin Spider Riders, and the Morngulls will not be trading well into the anti-large Arachnaroks, I do believe. Although the Sartosa still have a lot of bodies on the field, so they will be holding for now, using their sheer numbers to beat back their opponents for now. Vampire Fleet Captain using Taunt to lower the stats of the Goblin Big Boss and duel him in this fight. Morngulls coming in for that charge, missing it. Really? Oh, missing it. It's so close yet so far. Anyways, the Goblin Great Shaman on the Ragnarok is getting low in HP, getting shot in the face. Pretty tough stuff for him right there. And yeah, more and more pistol mobs are regrouping all over the battlefield, and not pistol mobs. More and more Sartosa militia are regrouping all over the battlefield, now shooting at whatever things they can find to expand their ammo as much as possible and just work down their targets. You can see that even without that armor piercing, the sheer volume of firepower still managed to slowly chip away the health of the Goblin Great Shaman. Morngulls countercharging the Goblin Great Shaman, and the sheer volume of firepower manages to work down his HP and leadership down to less than 2000 HP, and with multiple leadership debuffs stacking, exhaustion under missile fire, being flanked, and damage sustained, the Goblin Great Shaman has been routed. Some forgotten units of Spider Hatchlings needs to be regrouped and brought back into battle to silence the Sartosa militia, but alas, this mistake might actually cost General Eisenbart the game. We shall see if he actually managed to regroup these resources, as there's still quite a bit of spiders on the field, especially the big ones. There's still two big ones around here. They just need to get on top of the Sartosa militia and start shutting down those missiles, and then they can probably get an upper hand, but alas, we shall see. Still, the hatchlings are forgotten on the far side there. Finally, the Arachnarok Queen is on top of the Sartosa militia, and unfortunately, one of these Arachnarok Spider got isolated and got routed off by the Morngulls. Balance of power is still quite even for now, as the Arachnarok Queen is pretty much holding this entire thing together on its back by itself. Finally, Spider Hatchlings have been regrouped and will be brought back into battle. Some of these first Goblin Spider Rider archers needs to run down these routed units, but they seem to be quite focused on using up their missiles, shooting up the enemy units first. Anyways, without... Oh, this is bad for the Vampire Coast now. Now that the Vampire Fleet Captain is low on health, it is crumbling, and at minus 55 leadership, yep, it just dies straight up by a hit from the Ragnarok Queen. And yeah, these first Goblin Spider Riders, Spider Hatchlings are now running down these mass routed Sartosa militia. Balance of power is in the favor of, very slightly in favor of the spiders right now. There's still some Sartosa fighting power left, but I don't know if they're enough to deal with so many spider hatchlings. And oh, these are summoned, so they will be gone for soon. But they still have an Ragnarok Queen, and I don't see how they can pull this back, honestly. Unless some all these spider hatchling dies and the Sartosa militia got some lucky shots onto the Ragnarok Queen. Anyways, we'll go into fast forward here as the first Goblin Spider Riders will be broken off. But the same goes for the Sartosa militia as well. Now the Spider Blob is going after all the routed units. The spiders do have that mobility advantage, chasing down every single thing they can find. Although the Mongols are not gonna give them a good time right here, especially with the hunger to keep them healthy. Anyway, Sartosa Free Company are still quite fresh right now, as their leadership is higher than Wavering, so they still have perfect vigor. But we shall see will they still have that vigor when they rout. Anyways, Free Company charging into Goblin Spider Riders, and same goes for the Mongols, who have been chasing off units and healing with their hunger, getting the HP regeneration. And more Mongols are coming back, but the Ragnarok Queen is here. And it is so big, it has Striders. It doesn't care about... Does it care about... Yeah. Oh, it ignores combat penalties and will be melting down enemy units with that anti-large bonus in its melee profile. More Mongols are coming in, but the Wa has been popped, giving the Greenskins, giving the spiders a massive damage boost. All these Sartosa units are taking massive damage right now, and leadership dropping for the Sartosa Free Company. Mongols are also crumbling. The other Mongol are low on leadership, but they are still holding. Barely, but holding. Death Creepers do have regeneration, so they are fighting with a bit of healing. And they're holding for now, all thanks to that extra healing. Mongols will be decided to chase off these first Goblin Spider Rider archers, trying to prevent them from coming back, but that leaves the other Mongols to the mercy of the Ragnarok Queen, which it has none. And yeah, this one Mongol will be finished off. The other Mongol is coming back to help, but I don't think it's gonna matter, as the Death Creepers provide that body shield for the Ragnarok Queen. Ragnarok Queen finished off the Mongols, and there goes the pirates. And victory belongs to the spiders. Turns out the pirates might have a bad case of arachnophobia. Arachnophobia. It's not arachnophobia. Well, arachnophobia works for this game, actually. A Ragnarok Queen really carried the game on his backs. Also, the Great Goblin Great Shaman did some pretty good work as well. Oh boy, Goblin Big Boss, what did you do? Probably sniped out the Sartosa characters and whatnot. They are indeed quite a good duelist. So yeah, especially with they need stabbing. And yeah, pretty good performance from the rest of the Spider units as well. While the Sartosa militia tried their best to shoot, but the heavy armor on the Spider, on the Arachnaroks, means that their damage is very, very limited. Oh, we've already seen this one. So, last battle of the night, Crow Metal versus General Eisenbart. Yeah. We have the Sunmaker. Finally, we are seeing the Sunmaker in action. And this time it is against the Greenskins spiders. Well, two spider battles in action. We shall see what happens. Alright, final battle. Army build, Pistoliers, front line of state troops, swordsmen mixed in with spears, a second line of flagellants mixed in with spears and halberd. Further back, Sunmaker, and a few halberdiers and spears. I do say that this army seems to be quite balanced other than the lack of caster, but that's fine. They do have Empire captains on the field though, so they do have that kind of leadership support. Anyways, at the back there, Boris trying to go after the Death Creepers, getting shot in the face, but both units have regeneration or self-healing, so it's not too bad for both sides. Both of them just took some minor HP damage. Anyway, Sunmaker is trying to fire, but against a moving target, the accuracy is kind of lacking here. Unfortunately, spiders at the back, they're actually sneaking through the gaps of the spear defenses, and oh boy, Krell as the Empire did not notice it, and the Sunmaker has been surrounded by two spider riders. And there goes the Sunmaker unit. Yep, the Sunmaker is pretty much gone right now. Every single artillery crew is gonna get hunted down in no time. And the biggest artillery piece is gone. Like, the biggest value piece of this Empire army is gone. I mean, the only thing more expensive than that is Forest Todbringer, but... And now it's gone. No more firepower. But against the Spider army, I don't think that's too much of a concern. Most of the damage came from the explosion, and there's not much to explode other than some flimsy spider hatchling. That said, the Halberdiers do have a very strong presence here with their armor-piercing anti-large, and excuse me, I don't know if the Arachnaroks have that. Excuse me. I don't know if the Arachnaroks have that kind of fighting power to grind through all that halberd infantry. Anyways, on the side, they're very nice micro. They're moving those forest goblin spider riders away from the characters because they know that it's not going to be a favorable trade. Just leave the characters for Arachnaroks and let the spider riders to deal with everything else. Unfortunately, at the back though, the forest goblin spider riders, after finishing off the Sunmaker, is now annihilated by the anti-large infantry. Spiders are still fighting in the front line. Some pistoliers got caught. A bit of a nasty mistake there, but not the end of the world. Flagellants fighting to the death, and they will not break. And over here, forest goblin spider riders are chasing after the pistoliers. Pistoliers are slightly faster, but now they're getting hit by poison, so they're not that fast anymore. Spider riders are able to catch up, and especially with that charge animation, helping them catch up with their target. Over here, oof, Empire Captain landed, and now with two anti-large spiders around it, it's not enjoying its life. I mean, only one is attacking it, but still. It is surrounded by bigger, stronger, faster enemies, and it is routed. Not necessarily faster enemy, but definitely bigger and stronger. And now it's just a ton of men, ton of Empire. The man, almost like a man-tide holding the line, but we'll see. It's not actually the man-tide army, because the actual man-tide army, I believe, it's might have dropped out. But anyways, Boris Todbringer braving this fight, trying to jump down to challenge this Goblin Great Shaman, and he's not taking that much damage. He does indeed have pretty good melee stats. 55 melee defense, 60 melee attack, while the Goblin Great Shaman only has 50 attack. So the hit chances are pretty standard on the Goblin Great Shaman, actually getting matched by the opponent. And whatever little damage that Boris takes, well, he simply heals it back. Sneaky stabbing is used to boost the melee stats of the Goblin Great Shaman, and now finally he's making contact with the help of a Ragnarok Queen as well. Both of them munching on Boris Todbringer, but they need a bit of a wah. I don't know. I actually can't see the wah meter for the Greenskin, so I can't tell if they're actually doing anything, how close they are for a wah, but with all the spiders gone, oh, there's still some spiders chasing over outer units on the other side. I mean, I'm too focused on this Ragnarok fight right now to invest in this, as the Ragnaroks are all surrounded by all the halberds. Oh boy, this is painful. All these Ragnaroks are taking heavy damage from the anti-large armor piercing. Spiders have anti-large, so I'm surprised they missed so much. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot to account for the anti-large when hitting Boris. But yeah, not the greatest performance from the spiders for sure, constantly missing. And Boris is routed, although he will come back. there's not a lot of stuff to stop him from coming back. Oh, is the Goblin Grey Shaman routing off the white line? Probably not. He's not exactly routing straight for the white line. He's routing parallel to the right line. Parallel to the white line. Good news for the spiders for sure. On the far side, the spiders are still kiting. Still kiting. Not doing too much here, as some of these Spider Rider archers are dragged. Oh, the Death Creepers are dragged into melee combat and cut down by flagellants and spears. Now, finally, the Goblin Great Shaman has returned. Now, these three spiders really need to start working on Boris. Oh, sneaky Vindictive Glare onto Boris. Not doing much, honestly. Might as well just drop Sneaky Stabbing. Yep, right here. Oh, the triangle action. The Trinity of Arachnox. I can't even see Boris or his flag. I mean, I can see his flag, kind of. And he's not taking that much damage, actually. And there's no area of effect spells to clear out these state troops, so they have to grind it out old-fashioned way. And this is not great for the Ragnarok. After all, Boris does have his items. Oh, he does. Oh, yep, Crush the Weak. Reduce leadership when enemies have leadership lower than half. And then there's also... Wait, there's no Blood Roar. So, anyways, because everything has lowered leadership, their hit chance got reduced. I mean, not because of the reduced leadership. But because everything got hit by the Crush the Weak, they got routed earlier. And because of everything... every single of these big pieces got routed, there's a huge drop in that balance of power. And... yeah, it is the defeat of the spiders. Very nice play from both players, from General Eisenbart and Krell Metal. GG to everyone who has played in today's tournament. It's been some fun stuff. I didn't really get to play much as I got 2 buys in this game. But yeah, it's still good action to see meme builds, Spider Army and Pirates. Alas, this will be the end of today. We did see quite a bit of Rainbow Knights action, and then the Death Creepers got some pretty good... yeah, we've got some pretty good action here. Quite sad you had 2 buys. Yeah, I would have loved to see more action with my Rapon's army, but alas, it is what it is. I do say that Crown Metal made a pretty good recover from losing that Sun Maker. Although, partly I do think that is because his army has a bit of advantage in the balanced build in terms of infantry. For the greenskins, the spiders didn't really have a chance against the state troops. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope everyone enjoyed their games in the tournament, and everyone enjoy the multiplayer action on all of these interesting army builds, some of them even having campaign exclusive units. Special thanks to Lucina for inviting me to cast this tournament. Had a lot of fun watching it. And yeah, that's all for tonight. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Tactical Lich, signing out.